Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And with me today is my man, Drexel.
Nicholas, what's up? Everybody in the chat, everyone who's watching or who will watch in the immediate future. Hello.
I apologize for being late. I blame it entirely on
The black
Drexel.
man.
Yeah.
So a white guy's on CP time because of the black guy.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Well, you know, I was going to be on time. Normally I am. Every other time I'm on time.
On time.
Except when you're here. Then you're like, oh, yeah, I'm sleeping. No.
Yeah, so your wife and I both have had like a vampire suck our life force today. 'Cause I think I've seen her 10 minutes all day.
Yep.
You said she was just kind of out of it, and I've just been done. I don't know what happened, man.
Yeah.
Something in the air.
Phil Collins in the air tonight.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? There's good news. I mean,
There's good news.
This is a no doom pill show, so I'm gonna give.
Do you want to know what the title of the stream is?
Something redacted, right?
It says Drex joins to discuss redacted and censored and what gulag.
Well, I got some positive news.
HIV positive news?
They didn't hit me with the Magic Johnson for going in the dark room. But I got my COVID-19 test back. My PCR test. Don't forget that.
Do you have COVID?
I do not.
Did you have COVID?
No.
Do you have the PCRs?
I got the PCR negative. I'm PCR negative. And HIV negative. And LBGTQ
positive.
X plus. There's too many letters, man.
So
I'm clear to go to Columbia on Monday.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I can't wait. I get to see my friend Nat, hang out in Columbia. She told me Columbia's on a shutdown, on a lockdown until Tuesday morning. I arrive Monday night.
Okay.
Tuesday morning is when they lift it.
You think they'll lift it? They won't just re-implement it?
She said, yeah. Like the way they are, they don't do like we're just extended indefinitely. They aren't Gavin Newsom.
Okay. Or Governor Walz.
Yeah.
Or anybody else.
That sound.
It's delicious. I've had mine already. It's cold.
It's
cold. It's great. The real hood hours here.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's the reason why I was so tired. I didn't have that grape drink.
Yeah. That's not having it is. It's basically the same as having a disability.
Pretty much.
That's what I've learned. But yeah, so we're gonna try and limit the doom pilling.
But there's a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Yeah, well,
you got a message last night that was good for me.
Oh. Okay.
So.
All right.
I don't think that'll get you a strike because, it's not talking about any politician in particular. So you shouldn't get struck down for that.
No. Let's just say, I know how to word this. I was in communication. Drexel the other night was talking about the sounds of a vocally
hearing impaired
person. And maybe vocally challenged female in a certain situation. And let me just suggest that a learned expert reached out to me and sent me specifically for Drexel a link.
Do you know what? There is one doom pill. I didn't watch it when I clicked the link.
Yeah.
So I saw it. It shows like images and stuff. But like,
right.
I was busy doing stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get back to it. But I will get back to it.
Yeah.
I'm there for the sounds.
Would you agree that the person who sent me the link is probably a foremost expert?
Foremost.
Leading in his field.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything about facial abuse. But if I had to guess who the guy behind that message to you was for me, I mean,
Top men. Top men.
It's yeah, so that's what it. It's not all bad, man.
Oh, we cannot play the audio on this show. That cannot happen. That is verboten. So
hold up. Now you say it's verboten, but be honest. You're curious.
I'm saying on the show it's verboten. Like we can't play that audio track live to this audience like that. That'll risk a guideline strike.
I know why. I know why.
I can think of several reasons.
So I think the reason is because of the dude.
Yeah.
We see, if you've ever seen some of those FA scenes, the dudes can get pretty
or GG scenes
or GG.
All
there's Latina abuse. A friend told me.
Okay. So anyway, so anyway, that was good news. I very much appreciate the assistance from alert. It's always good to have an expert in the field.
Of course. I want to talk to those guys on my show, man.
I think I'd like to invite them on here as well.
Oh yeah, do it.
Because I'm sure they run into real issues with First Amendment questions and dealing with actual legitimate, hatred towards them.
Because I think, look, I go for more of a social angle, right? Like things that are in the social space. You're coming from like the legal angle. I think both of them represent two sides of the equation, right? Like going on your show, he could talk about like the legalities of working in that field, right?
Putting in work.
and who comes after him and why, right?
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, I would talk about the social aspect of, hey, who's not coming after you for these? Or has anyone ever come after you that you found out later they may have had something on their hard drive, right?
Right.
Because that happens often where whoever's demonizing you, pointing the finger, Nick, has a whole lot of skeletons, right?
Yeah, usually there's something people want to deflect off of themselves.
This grape drink is not a deflection.
No,
this is amazing.
I know. So anyway, so that was good news. I'm gonna briefly do this. We're really not going to spend time discussing today and the political environment of today outside of maybe, it's going to be hard to avoid any talk of it, but briefly, let me just say that a lot of stuff is going down on social media right now, with censorship, with bannings, political retribution. I am covering all of that in short videos as they happen. Mainly because if it's a short video and there's some wrong think in there, it can be adjusted, we'll say. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that is all going to be covered. Tomorrow there will be more videos about it, but I would encourage people to find your alternatives. And going forward, I'm going to be doing interviews with people on this in all different walks on how to navigate what Doug TenNapel is calling the exile. So navigate the exile and how to deal with the censorship that's coming and network with people and find positivity and camaraderie, because it's really easy to get wrapped up in doom and gloom. That is something that is easy to do. Myself, I've spent much of today just annoyed, like passively annoyed at things. But there's also, there are ways to navigate through it, and it's not unique in history to have stuff like this happen. But I will still be covering it in quite a bit of detail in short videos over the weekend, and then next week there will be interviews involving people. I've already lined up an interview with a guy who's at the Capitol. We just have to nail down a day to kind of tell a real life version of the event. And I know this person personally, So it's not, I'm not bringing you some like rando person. I can vouch for this person's honesty and their perspective. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to be having live streams with lawyers and other social commentators about where we go and how we navigate this stuff. So
When's Ty coming on again?
I don't know. I got to talk to him
I'd
too.
be interested because he texted me a belated Happy New Year and all that. I was interested to know like his take on all this. Now he may have to tap dance around it, of course, but
We'll see.
I
think things are really, really tense right now, especially just due to the January 6th stuff. Like everybody's on high alert.
And then like 6 months from now, because that'll be in the past, people will. But we've seen this before, right? Do you remember 9/11? How hypersensitive everything was,
right?
But then a year later, months later, right? Like I say about a year later, right? A year or two later.
Yeah. And that reflects out, actually, interestingly, in court decisions involving enemy combatants. Close to 9/11, you got very, very strong decisions. As they got to 2004, 2006, the decisions got a lot weaker, a lot more lenient towards potential enemy combatants and stuff like that. So, I think there's just a chill period that needs to happen. Things happen really quickly today on a lot of stuff. And it's really easy to get discouraged and worried about it. But what I would suggest, again, network with people on alternative and personal ways, people that you trust, and just make sure there's ways to get in contact with other people. I strongly recommend a program like Signal to do basic end-to-end encryption. I know some people have problems with Signal, and that's fine. You're a better expert than me on it. I'm just giving people an easy option, but look into it. Find ways that you can network and connect with people who agree with you and are safe to talk to. That said, we will talk quite a bit more. quite a bit more as this develops. We do have chats to do. I think we are going to have a shorter show tonight, and we are going to watch Bucktown, USA on Twitch after this.
Which is that the one that? Which one is it? Is that the one that? That's not Billy D. That was Fear Town.
That's Fear City. Bucktown, USA is Fred Williamson,
another blaxploitation legend,
and it's fantastic.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Of course,
it's worthy.
Of course,
I'm helping you out. So anyway, yeah, we'll be, but like I said, all of the political stuff, we're going to kind of keep that to a minimum tonight, but we'll be talking more about that, or I'll be talking a lot more about that in the week to come. So, the grift can go on, I guess. All right. We do have some chats, and then we're gonna keep. I've been specifically requested to keep doom pilling and black pilling to a minimum tonight.
I feel great. I just woke up from a prolonged nap.
Yeah,
like the eighth one today. I accidentally missed a show that I didn't know I had agreed to go on.
Oh,
yeah, I think I missed Crest's show, but I told Crest that I would be on her show the day I get back from Columbia. So locked in. So I'll be on there with all the Knucklehead gang and all that stuff. Yeah, Nick, you ever had something where you thought I was saving your phone? Like, because I don't ever miss anything. I'm like, wait, I was due to that. Okay, well, so
what? You don't miss anything, huh?
Don't.
What about my birth?
Yeah,
you weren't there. You don't know me.
You know what's great is in Grindhouse. Remember, I never miss. And he ends up getting her pregnant. I never miss. And I'm just like, oh.
But all right, let's get to these chats. And the idea tonight is, after I've spent the entire day basically annoyed and dealing with stuff. Oh, because how much time did I have to spend on the damn faucet?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
So it
won't work.
It does now. It's fully working.
Fully working.
No leaks. I got it. It just took forever to get.
What was the issue?
It just took forever to get water in the line. So we're talking about my reverse osmosis drinking water. And the thing with my reverse osmosis system is it has 4 lines. It goes to 2 different fridges and 2 different drinking taps. And so the one I had to replace was the one in our main kitchen, but that's also like the farthest one from the source. So I turn on the pump and I attach the reverse osmosis to the main water line, and I do that. And then yesterday I had done this, and Lady Rackets, or not yesterday, was it the day before? Whatever it was. I think it was the day before yesterday, because we didn't do a show yesterday, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so it was the day before yesterday. Lady Raggets came in, and she told me that it was leaking. And so that's why I had to leave the show briefly, was to go and get the water turned off as fast as possible, because that was bad. So got that fixed. So then today, get everything rehooked up, turn it on, it leaks again. So then I unhook it. I make some adjustments. I had to cut the line down because it was jagged. So I'm like, oh, okay, that thing can't seal up. Anyway, long story short, got it turned on. But then it just takes like 2 hours for the water to...
So you never know, is it really working?
Right, to push all the water, or push all the air out of the line and everything. It took forever. So, but it's working now. Full flow.
Did you tell them about the other good news?
What's the other good news?
We saw a movie last night. Very solid. Unstoppable.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Someone said something in the chat. Yes, Unstoppable was unstoppable.
Yeah. These Korean movies, man.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Denzel I'm on a train because I'm autistic
not that
movie.
one.
We're talking about Unstoppable, the Korean crime drama.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. It was good.
You know what? For the most part, did you notice there was a lot of like dark humor in it?
Yeah.
It wasn't like as savage as you expected it to be in terms of like, you know, like because almost every movie now has like the brutal violence, right?
Right.
I don't remember any, like even in the beginning with the brick, there wasn't like a lot. You know what I mean? Like that
wasn't
nasty.
Wasn't super gory.
It wasn't. No. The gore was. Was there any? Really? I mean,
very
little.
Very little gore.
But it had like a dark.
It was violent.
It was violent, but it had like a dark comedy aspect to it.
People were catching hands. People were catching ceilings.
Oh man, it was good stuff, man.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I strongly recommend. It's got the big guy from Train to Busan in it, the tank. That's the main character of this movie.
He's got that body.
That's
built for just.
He's
wrecking
a
people.
wide individual.
Very wide individual, man.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. I would recommend it. So anyway, now we've got chats. We've got chats to do. Here we go. Sixth Floor Madness says, have you ever thought about the size of your audience and what that means? Odds are someone has jacked it while watching you. Someone else has masturbated thinking about you and Drexel together. Someone might make a deep fake of you if you keep growing. I'd be surprised if there isn't one already. Vic's Japanese stepdad says, hi, my name is Nick Ricada, and this is how I talk. When I was out at Road Rage Tampa, Carl from Who Are These Podcasts whispered something about being a boner guy into my ear, and I liked it. Call me back.
Wow.
What? Okay. Yes, that did happen, though. Tony K says, thank you, Nick, for all you do. Having Blacken Metallics whiskey. Pretty solid for the price. To Drexel, love you as well. Thanks for always being insightful. But Thanks. He wrote insightful as in like inciting violence. So.
I'm like, thank you. Oh, well, in that case, Nick, thank you.
Banned.
Right? Banned. I saw someone mention Midsummer. I think I told you about. I told you about that movie. Nick,
yeah, you said to watch it immediately.
Well, I said because you're going to have the face that I had, the WTF face, which was, because the movie's too long. Like it's too long, and it's not, it should have been much more intense throughout to build up the dramatic tension. But is it worth seeing? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
I've heard good things about it, but not from you.
Who said something good about it?
I don't know, like the chat. Some people in the chat said good stuff.
Here's the thing. I will never say Midsummer is a bad movie, but I don't know if I can fully recommend it. And I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
So there's a particular scene in there that makes you.
Thermasius 1980 says, found out at 6 p.m. that at 4 a.m. my 21-year-old son attempted suicide.
Oh shit.
He's getting help and is doing well. Goodness gracious. His girlfriend didn't go to the hospital with him. Drex, we know what's going on, but he needs to wake up on his own. Oh, yeah, his girlfriend just kind of was like, apparently just peace or whatever.
Yeah, he's a utility to her. She doesn't love him.
Heel versus Babyface says it's shit in regards to Midsommar.
Here's the thing: if it's that rare movie that if someone goes like this, it's shit. I go like this. Yeah, I can see that. Like, and if someone goes like this, it was a masterpiece. It was a work of art. I'd be like this. I can see why you'd say it's that rare movie, Nick.
It's like the piano. Like you're watching the piano, and you're like, I can see why people say this is good, but I don't really enjoy it. And there's Harvey Keitel's penis, and I never want to watch this ever again. Do you not remember that?
I never watched the piano.
Yes, you did.
No.
You were in class with me when we watched it.
Did I miss that? Was I asleep?
But it was the piano, so probably.
What class was this?
Screenwriting.
I don't remember this watching. I remember everything. I don't remember watching the piano. Are you sure I was there that day?
No.
I would have remembered Harvey Keitel's penis because I'm traumatized by penises, which is why watching Wild Things still disturbs me. Because I went in expecting Neve Campbell and Denise Richards' full-on sex scene at 15 years old, and what I got was Kevin Bacon's man parts. I never psychologically recovered.
I mean, and a little bit of naked Denise Richards.
Are we sure that wasn't a body double? But we did get we did get her face in the shot, right? So we could tell it was her.
I think it was her.
Okay, so there's that. And when I did recover, Thad's happened to me over a decade later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had ED for 11 months.
That's what you get. But no, I would strongly. How do we even get to that? Oh yeah, the piano. You got to watch it for at least one scene when Harvey Keitel has to discipline a woman with a hatchet.
Oh.
Oh. No, wait. I don't think it's Harvey who does it. I think it's the other guy. Who does it.
Adrian Brody?
Yeah. Wait, no, that's The Pianist. That's a different movie.
Oh. That explains why this whole time I'm thinking like, dude,
I've never seen The Pianist.
You're right. I did see the piano.
Yeah.
I just don't remember Harvey Keitel.
He chops off that chick's fingers. Harvey gets her piano from because her husband or whatever, he leaves the piano there. He's like, I'm not bringing that shit to the house because they like shipped it part of the way, but they left it like a mile away. And he's like, no, that's staying there. But it was special to her. Harvey goes and gets the piano and like brings it to his house because he's in love with her or whatever. And he's like walking around stroking the keys naked and stuff. It's ooh. Yeah. That's Harvey Keitel.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to see any dude walking around naked in a movie, but if it had to be, you didn't want it to be Harvey Keitel.
Yeah. Mike Schwartz says Drex has a white hat on, so I should assume this is a far more optimistic Drex. Love you both. Godspeed. No, okay, so what do you think about that? I had someone tag me on Facebook because someone else was basically saying they were closer and closer to going to Greenland, right? Like they're done with that's a euphemism. Okay?
It is.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
So going to Greenland is like a euphemism because apparently it's got a huge rate of people actually travel to Greenland specifically to off themselves.
Why is that?
Because it's Greenland. I don't know.
But is there some reason? Is there some study you feel better, or it looks so scenic that you just kind of are at peace? What?
It's maybe like place cold and miserable, so I won't change my mind. I don't know. So someone tags me on Facebook because this person was saying that they're running out of basically running out of reasons to live for. And I think it's easy to get wrapped up in like doom and gloom, but like that's not the end of the story, right? And it shouldn't be the end of anybody's story, in my opinion. I just want to get your kind of thoughts on that, because you're a guy who talks about like how things are going, where they're going, and it's rarely positive. But yet you're not like bummed out and
I'm
depressed
totally
about
unaffected
it.
by it.
Yeah.
I'm totally unaffected because.
So I'm hoping you'll give advice to people out there who might be feeling a little bit down.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so Nick, tell me what's the scariest thing in life? Isn't uncertainty the scariest? Like when you don't know where anything's going, and you're just getting taken all kinds of directions, right? Like the
Right.
people on the Titanic, I'm sure were terrified, right? Because they didn't know what was happening. You see what I'm saying? That's terrifying. What isn't terrifying is what if you're the guy, Nick, who knows what's coming, right? This ship's gonna sink. Because you know it's gonna sink, you can think more rationally, right? Like, all right, this is what's gonna happen.
Like, I'm going to steal a life jacket from some little kid.
but
Hell with these kids.
look, these kids. but you know in your mind, like, look, dude, I know what's coming. This ship. You're in the movie, Nick, when the guy explains, he's like, she's the Titanic. He's like, yeah, the ship is made of metal, and she can sink, and she will. So that's why that guy's reaction was different, because he knew what was coming.
Right.
If you start to educate yourself on what is coming, you're not gonna like. It takes like this load off. It's you know what it reminds me of, Nick. I look at some of these high profile divorces, right? Dr. Dre, Kanye, all this stuff, coming. Dr. Dre agreed to pay his strong jawed soon to be ex-wife Nicole Young $2 million a month.
Just a month though. Like
a month.
It could have been a week. You got to look at the bright side.
And my thing is this: at what point do you go like this? It is what it is.
Yeah, well, and that's what Dre has to do.
He's like,
because here's what Dre came to the conclusion of. I'm sure I can fight this, and I'm still gonna pay $2 million a month.
Yep.
Or I can move on with this.
Yeah,
and I know it's gonna
temporary. So he probably met with his attorneys and his lawyers, right? And went like this. Nick, I think you're right. I think the best way to view this guy's mindset is in the legal system. Because so Nick, you've been an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it's like to deal with people who are doom and gloom, right?
Yep.
Man, the prosecutor's talking about, I'm going to get convicted of 15 charges. I'll never see light of day again. Look, you got to calm them down, right? Like,
you say, look, you may never see the light of day again, but Fleece will show you the light. You will be singing. You got to look at the positive.
You just show them that Fleece Johnson documentary and let them know. It ain't going to be all bad. At least you're going to get man butt loving. But Nick, at what point do you tell a person like, look, dude, just because the prosecutor is telling you that you're looking at 88 years in prison, that's probably what's not going to happen, right?
Right.
So,
well, no, because I have to do that all the time. Whenever I take on a defense case, like I had a misdemeanor case the other day where the person, it was a minor traffic incident, but because it's a misdemeanor, I have to tell them, look, I mean, technically, you can get up to 90 days in jail on this and a fine of up to $1,000. And they're like, 90 days in jail? I'm like, hold on. You're not going to jail. You're not going to jail for an hour. But I have to tell you that the maximum penalty is this, because that's what the maximum penalty is. And if something really strange happens, I mean, I guess a judge could, in theory, award it. They're not going to. They're not going to.
Especially if you're a first-time offender, right? Like,
yeah.
you have to talk to them.
And this person's record was pristine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a minor mistake on a traffic incident. Like I said, they did not have anything else going on. And of course, that makes them way more nervous, right? They've never been through anything like this
Correct.
before.
Yeah. Whereas Nick, that line actually was used in Jackie Brown, where Samuel L. Jackson's character described, when Jackie winds up in jail and stuff, he's like hardened criminals are unaffected by jail. Like, remember Casino, Joe Pesci's character? Like, I don't give a fuck about jail. You know what I'm saying? Like,
remember, the hardest criminal there is, toothpick. Take me to jail.
Take me to jail. Throw away the key. And so that's the thing, Nick. It's just a matter of your perspective. I tell people, I go, dude, don't panic. Don't worry. Like, this is what it is. I've had people who have said things to me online, offline. I tell them, I go like this. I go, you can either apply the stuff I'm telling you to your life personally. And then, like I said, you can even entertain yourself like this. I think Drex is an idiot. I think all these things he said are completely phony. And then go like this. I'll humor myself and apply his logic to my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody from my past is going to hit me up during the quarantine and try to look for resources and a place to stay. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There won't be any censorship. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
apply, like, rather than just blindly be like, I don't agree with you, so you're an idiot. Go, let me apply it and see. Oh, I see where the person's coming from. That's it. Yeah, there's no reason for doom and gloom because Nick, everything in life is temporary, including life itself, right? The only thing permanent is death.
Maybe it's not.
It's all temporary. So Nick, you and I were talking about upstairs, right? After the 2000 election. If you're a Democrat and you lost the election, you didn't think your life was over.
Right.
If you're a Republican in 2008, 2016, you didn't think that your life was over, right?
Right.
It was like, it's all over. The reason why this feels different is because we've devolved far more since then as a society.
Well,
That's what's unique.
I also think I do think that there's an increase in retribution going on coming from the other side too, which makes people think it's even worse. Because like in 2000, they weren't talking about jailing everybody who disagreed with Bush.
Yep.
But anyway, not to get too far into the politics, I just think that people should always look for. I was talking to someone today on the phone, a newish viewer to the show, and they were talking about tough times and being worried about things, and I said, when government or society gets rough, then you hunker down into your own places.
Yep.
So for me, it's family and friends. For some of you guys, it's going to be friends and acquaintances. That's why I said find other places to meet with these people in case you get disconnected. Yep. In case someone gets banned, make sure you've got a text message or a phone number for them so you can get reintegrated with them.
Correct.
Stuff like that. And then, you move away from looking at the big picture for a while and find comfort in the good things. But all right, let's move on. Death Trout says, Drex, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Today was my birthday and I had plans to go to dinner with a girl I've been talking to for a while. She never showed. Got home and find a Facebook post of her hanging out with another guy.
That's, what's your take on that, Nick?
I don't know. That's bullshit, obviously. But what do you do?
Well, look, I'll tell you what you do. You fall back into Drexology, and you need to know. You know what she's for, Nick? She's not for the streets. She's past the streets. She belongs to the interstates. These broads are horrible. They don't love you. They don't care about. When will you dudes learn? Nick. That girl who said she was going to meet him at the thing, right?
Yeah.
Meet him for dinner. You think he's the only guy she's talking to?
Well, clearly no. She's hanging out with someone else.
Do you think the opposite was true? Do you think he was talking to 20 girls? He just chose her?
Yes. I'm going to take the contrary position.
Of course you will. Nah.
All right.
So he got one-itis, man. Don't get one-itis. Just don't do it. That's what would be my suggestion to this guy. So you're never disappointed.
Derek Bambanek says, do we want to know? Lol. Gonna try not to choke on doom pills. I can't help myself from munching. I'll get some Jack and watch my favorite interweb lawyer. Yeah, just get some Jack Daniels or what. Jack Daniels, actually, I take everything back. The world is going to hell. Nothing's going to be good ever again. Reaver Barash says, trying out this Lafroig quarter cask. Hope your evening is going well, gentlemen. Hey, it is. For me, at least. I think it's going well for you, even though you've barely been conscious for most of it.
Man. This is a dangerous thing for me, though, Nick, is that, so I just woke up, but now my circadian rhythm's off, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be like, yeah, you ready to watch a movie? And I'll watch a movie. Yeah, man, let's do another one. You're like, I'm fucking tired.
We'll see. Depending on how long this show goes, we might do two tonight. We might do two, if you're up for it. But Lafroig Quarter Cask is a solid take, Reaver. By the way, Reaver Barash, if you got a little bit of extra of that Lafroig, buy yourself some beef ribs. Beef short ribs, boneless. Trust me, I love the bone-on braised beef short ribs, but buy some boneless ones. pan sear them really hot and really fast, and then finish them by pouring in a cut like 2 ounces of that Lafroig and light it on fire. And you will love it. You'll get that smoky tar Lafroig taste on the outside of your beef ribs. It's delicious. Thick Anime Waifus says, please sing this Celine Dion song as Kermit the Frog. Why do you do this? Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Why don't they ever just have you say like one word?
I don't know.
Why is it always like a like
Sing like a fucking verse.
why is it always a verse? It's never like, hey, just say like my heart will go on, and it has to just go on and on.
The Big Red Bear says, hey, wash your penis and your balls. Make sure you tuck them in. The Big Red Bear says, hey, Nick, I remember the time I called in. I talked about watching a society kind of break down and saw the decline of a certain country mirroring that of the USSR's decline. This week seems to reinforce that.
Yep.
It kind of does. Ringle 86 says, Drex, remember in Tampa we people watched? They were drunk and fighting in the streets. We said this was Rome before the fall. The ignorance and apathy we're seeing now is from the decades of cultural rot at America's core.
It is. Yeah, Nick, this is right.
That's an uplifting chat.
This is after you showed me the bottle, right? The Boss Hog.
Yeah.
You showed me the bottle, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And then, like, I think you and Lady Rackets may have left at that point or about to. And, like, so I'm sitting there chatting with him. And I kid you not. The instant that he's talking about, there was this surreal moment where, you know, in movies, Nick, when like the main character has this panoramic view, right?
Yeah.
And and then he kind of sits there and just has his face like, what am I looking at?
Right.
I kid you not. What we saw, like the level of ratchetness and stuff, Nick, it was like, we literally looked at each other like, bro, like, there we are in Ybor City. Like, he's like, yeah, this is the fall of Rome. Like, this is what it looks like right here. This just degeneracy, and it's like, well, it is what it is, man. Nick, it was a good run.
So I read that wrong. I read the name Ringle 86, and then I looked away and looked back and read Kyle's super chat. So that was actually from Kyle.
I know it is.
But Ringle 86 said something different, which I'm going to read right now. Sorry, Ringle. I mixed those two up. Ringle says, love your show, Nick. Hey, thank you. Drex's stance on American women of color is well known, but what is the stance on Islanders? For reference, I'm a white guy and my fiance is a very sweet Jamaican girl.
So the Jamaican black females worship White Zaddy more than the ones on the mainland, right? I can name them off. We're looking at Antiguans, Jamaicans.
It's just that you're just you're just doing Kokomo now. You're like Aruba, Jamaica.
No, so here's what it is. Okay, like to prove the point, if you're a white dude, go to these countries, right? Just go to them. You be a regular looking white dude, and you're like, why are these women all over me? 2 reasons. Oh yeah, I forgot about Haitians. 2 reasons. 1,
racist.
They see.
Forgot about Haitians.
they see somebody who probably has resources, right? And women are attracted to resources because they're gold diggers. So they're gonna go, oh, he's American. I can get resources from him, right? And then 2, the thing that the black woman desires more than anything out of life is mixed kids. That is their ultimate goal on this earth, is to get mixed babies. And they need a white man to do it. So it is what it is.
It's not the camera that's the problem for Drex. It's him. He's the problem.
Oh, look, John Russell. Yeah, Haitian girls love white men. Yeah, dude. I've dealt with all these people, man. All of them, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to travel some more, man. I want like regular white dudes to just start really traveling like this. I go like this. Go to this place and tell me what you think. Remember I told you about that white man who went to Africa and infected all those girls with HIV?
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know how he's able to do that? Because he's a white dude.
He blessed the rains down in Africa.
He was sowing royal death oats. So he goes there, Nick.
Sow your royal oats.
Hakeem.
Why don't you just sleep with your bathers? That's what I do.
You know, are you going to watch that movie, Coming to America 2?
Instead of watching Coming to America 2, I think I'll just watch Coming to America again.
Yeah.
They just re-released it in 4K HDR.
Ooh.
I don't know why.
It doesn't need it.
No, but it imagine the glow on that Soul Glow in HDR.
Mm.
I always loved her dad, though. McDowell.
Yeah. He
That
had
guy was... Ooh.
But you know what, though?
King.
You know what's funny about her
Yeah.
dad? Her dad in that movie actually represented, oddly enough, women's mindset. Because he thought of Hakeem as nothing, right? Like less than nothing.
Right.
But once he found out his status, did you notice the sister and the father had the same reaction when they found out his true identity, right?
Yep.
All of a sudden it's, oh, you're a king. And he started treating him nicely. What have I always said
I
about,
say the boy's got his own money.
he's got his own money. The man's face was on the money. And Nick, but my thing is this. You go back to that movie, and that movie's actually very telling, though, because how you treat people does matter. So, you know, I've told you, Nick, on this channel, I said, if you're a guy who's still dating because, you know, you're stupid, if you're dating a woman right now, and you want to know, obviously it's tough with the lockdown, but when things start to open back up, go to a foreign country and just see how she is in a foreign country. That's how you determine whether or not she is long-term material. And also, Nick, how does she treat people that she views as beneath her? So, like, your waitress, right? How does she treat them? When you see women, it's usually women, who treat people who serving them food very poorly, you can imagine how they're going to treat you eventually.
Right. No, Last Dragon is not on Prime. God, I love that movie. Leroy. GAW says, you mentioned last time to get a good bank. What would you consider a good bank? It's going to be...
The Carnival in Brazil. That's a place to lose your female forever.
A good bank is going to be, a lot of times it's going to be a community bank, but it's one where you get a good, you build up a relationship with a person who's going to be there for a while. So not like a big chain retail bank like Wells Fargo or whatever, unless you are seriously getting into the upper levels of their banking systems. I don't recommend Wells Fargo for normal people. Look, if you have 2 million liquid assets plus in Wells Fargo, you can have a damn good banking experience. I worked with the private bank for a while when I worked in St. Paul, and you can have a very good banking experience. If you're not that, Wells Fargo is not the place. Just find a place where you can have a personal relationship with the person who's going to help you out when shit goes wrong, and that'll be it. Otherwise, get a bunch of money. Synac8 says, "What's up, Drex? Have fun with your trip. Also, Nick, I am going to criticize you for thinking that the powers that be, will allow you to go to an alternative. Parler, BitChute, Gab will all be denied basic services." Yeah, it's not just there that you have to go. You have to also go to places like Signal, or even just good old-fashioned text messaging. Kaki Onsai says, "Didn't realize my birthday yesterday would usher in the apocalypse. May as well throw you some grift money, praying that YouTube doesn't turn into YeetTube. Though I wonder, has Doug become a bigger grifter now? Hashtag King Grift." Doug is doing really well, and I plan on having him on the show, I think next week, if we can work it out. But I don't know if we might do a daytime show for that. Jarrell Navarro says, "With the complete lack of transparency of the election and unwillingness to investigate, banning Trump on social media, and the purge and exile of conservatives and Republicans, any talk of civil war will turn into talk of revolution." Well, we don't endorse anything like that on this channel. We are great, and Joe Biden is the best president that we've ever had. Frederick,
second best, Obama.
That's right. Nope. I can't. Which one are we allowed to like more or not allowed to like more? Because I would think that we'd have to like Obama more, but more people voted for Biden.
That's right. Mysteriously.
No, it's not mysterious at all. Stop. It's normal. and we love him. Love him. Frederick Little says, "Hey guys, hope you're both well. Drex, I'm glad you're not diagnosed with COVID, and I wish you a very safe trip, safe and fun trip to Colombia.
It's gonna be both.
Stop at the pharmacy on the way. It's safe. Also, Nick, please bring up a memory to Drex while speaking as Bill Clinton." Okay, so a memory to you while speaking as Bill. Well, I remember this one time we were sitting around and I was like, "Hey, I'm hungry," because I'm always hungry. Look at me. I'm a big boy, hefty boy, but I like those hefty broads too. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Hey, man, when are we going to go get some clucks and fries or whatever from the Red Robin?" And you said, "Yeah, we'll go in just a minute. Let me just straighten out my hair." 3 hours later, I was dead. I died of starvation. Oh, you sat there heat picking that goddamn afro. That's why I implemented policies that put your people in prison.
Oh God, you're killing me.
You sat there. I had to deal with this for like a whole summer. You had that damn afro for a long time.
Yeah, well, I think that was the only time you actually like waited. I mean, foolishly waited.
You were like, "Yeah, I'm just finishing up." He's sitting in front of a fan, an oscillating fan. So I get these little like hairs on occasion just blowing in my direction. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh shit! I had a hot comb with that grease.
You want to go to lunch? Yeah. Dinner time rolls around and we leave.
Oh man,
it was ridiculous. Make sure nothing. Hold on.
Yeah, message.
Yeah, I just have to make sure that it's not something ridiculous. Okay. Lost Bullets says in Mr. Y voice, "Hey there, Drexy Pie. Are you behaving yourself? I want to see you in my room after class. I want to show you my wife's beaver. I just had it stuffed. Do you want to pet the beaver? It's very fuzzy." Gross. Tony K says, "Sorry, meant to mean I enjoy Drexel's information he shares. My bad. Love you both. Any chances in coming month to get a big brain with the original crew?" I will ask.
How are they doing, by the way? How is Mr. Peacock and all them doing?
I just talked to Peacock.
How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good.
How's it in L.A.? I mean,
look, I didn't ask. It's like when, like, imagine you walk in on someone and their spouse of 10 years is lying dead on the floor in a pool of blood. And they're like sitting there in shock. Do you want to ask them about that, or do you want to like just kind of like, there's flies, like they know what's going on. You don't want to bring it up.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like the Bonnie situation in Pulp Fiction, right? Because
yeah,
I mean, you got a dead body, and like, how do you think she'll react? Yeah, she'll flip like a dead body, like. Oh man, I don't know.
So I didn't ask him about LA. I figured it was better. I'm just waiting. What is going on? I gotta turn off notifications pretty soon. I am going to. I can't wait for LA to unlock. I am going to head out to LA, and it'll be great. All right, but yeah, I will try and line up a big brain panel with the original crew. As soon as I can. You know, it's always just up to their availability. Is Hailson says, a bit late, but shout out to my poor man whose girlfriend of 4 months went and married some guy he didn't know about on Christmas Day, and she didn't break up with him till he had gone over to her place for dinner.
Oh, damn.
That is cold as shit.
That's cold-blooded.
Dating a chick for 4 months. He just marries a dude on Christmas.
That's cold. But you know what, Nick? There's a silver lining to this story, right? he
Yeah.
saved himself a lot of future grief.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, if a woman was willing, anybody, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or, trans person,
Right.
anyone who does something like that,
Trans people don't do that. I've heard.
I've heard too.
Yeah.
I love my trans people. Nick, anyone who does that is a toxic individual. Like,
you dodged.
you
not
dodged a
ju-
bullet.
Not just a bullet. You dodged a howitzer.
Yeah, you dodged a mortar shell. Like,
Yeah.
wow, though.
That's like I love the internet because all of this sudden you get to just hear about pure assholery that occurs. Like, come on. Okay. Superstitious Oblivious B says, please sing in Mr. Y voice. Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep. But I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. Gonna keep my baby. Yeah. By the way, I love that track.
Oh God, bullet too tough. Yeah. Oh, Nick.
You gotta love Papa Don't Preach by Madonna, though.
I never really listened to Madonna.
Oh.
I'm aware that song exists, but I don't know if I can't say I've ever actually sat there and listened front to back. I will say
That
this.
song's like 2 minutes long.
Is it?
Front to back. It's just like it's like you turn it on. It's like, oh, it's over. That was.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I've ever listened to any. Like, literally, I don't believe I've listened to any Madonna song in history front to back.
Really?
Ever.
Not even like a prayer. They played. I remember.
I'm aware of these songs. Like all of her biggest. Like, I'm aware of them because in the MTV VH1 era, right?
Yeah.
So I was aware of them.
And I mean, I watched MTV so much when. I mean, I've probably seen the Like a Prayer video 1,000 times because I used to watch MTV when it played music.
Yeah, doesn't
all
that
the
feel like
time.
a long time ago though? We're talking 90s, like
Yeah.
early to mid 90s, especially. It was just music and then music, news about music. Yeah. Well, Nick, something that we talked about last night was we're like going through movies and like looking at things, all the stuff that like there like something died, Nick. And do you know what I think has died? The joy.
Yep.
The joy has died.
Well, that was the thing with the movie yesterday, Unstoppable.
Yep.
Is like it's a serious crime drama. Like the issue in it is
Yep.
ridiculously, it's serious.
Very serious.
But like you were saying, it's got like a little bit of goofiness,
And a lot of dark humor. A lot of
dark humor, and then, but the ending is happy.
Happy.
Like it, and everything's fine. Like that's an okay thing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
okay in the U.S. anymore. Like you can't just have things like be okay unless it's like a kids movie only. But even like Pixar movies get dark as shit now.
I've
too.
heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard about was it Up was sad. Someone said like one of the Toy Stories.
Well, the beginning
was
of
sad.
Up is
Oh, is it?
is damn sad.
Oh man.
Up turns out okay, but the beginning of Up is brutal.
Well, I just we're watching. We're like even when we looked to go find a movie to watch last night, you could just see all of this stuff that doesn't exist anymore. Like you said, when you watch that Billy D. Williams movie, you don't get boobs in movies anymore.
None.
You don't get certain types of violence or like just.
You don't get the casual anti-Italian racism of Billy D. Williams.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
a character like you can't have a
He was
racist character
dropping
anymore.
spaghetti slurs all over the place. It was beautiful.
You just can't get them, man. It's
Morty J says, Drex and Nick, happy Friday to you. Glad to catch a live stream in person. I listened to the Wednesday stream at work, and Drex, your bursting Pillsbury Doughboy had me nearly falling over at work laughing. God bless y'all. Oh, I have some Pillsbury cinnamon rolls upstairs. I should have brought the canister down, popped it open on stream.
These females literally spill out, Nick. Just like that Pillsbury biscuit can. They spill out, like ooze out.
Yeah. Captain Sharky says, yes, all hail our internet overloads. Joe Dirt says, hey, Nick and Drex. Nick, just tried some Indian whiskey called Nirvana. Not bad. Drex, I need to email you on how I, a white Polak, hooked up a hot feminist. I grabbed her empowerment tattoo. It goes on.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And you know I love my feminists.
Yeah.
Oh God, that story's great. Yeah, have them email me. Yeah, I got to hear that. Anytime I hear anything that revolves feminists getting smashed into the headboard, I just Nick, something grows inside of me.
Are you sure it's inside of you? Owen Jones says, Solzhenitsyn, I don't know how to pronounce that. Quote, and how we burned in the camps later thinking, what would things have been like if every security operative, when he went out at night to make an arrest, had been uncertain whether he would return alive? Careful with that. Careful with those deep quotes. Careful with the deep quotes. Rockstar Dane, thank you for the donation. There's no chat attached to it. Frederick Little says, hey, Nick, here's a second super chat for you. Thank you. Wanted to ask you guys if you saw Wonder Woman 1984.
Nope.
No. If so, what did you guys think? I did, and I thought it was terrible. I will say this again. For those in the back, DC does not know what their voice is on their movies. Like, whatever you want to say about Marvel movies and the like feminist moments and the weird stuff that goes on in them, Marvel knows the voice of their movies really, really well. That's why
you could tell it was planned out. Like you could tell it was like the Marvel movies were clearly planned out, Nick.
Yeah, and like Guardians, they feel like comic books on screen. That's what I think they nailed.
They do.
The DC movies feel like garbage. I mean, I know a lot of people like the Batmans, and I won't spend time dumping on them. The Batmans are at least, I will compliment Christopher Nolan on the Batmans, just because there are things in them I don't like. Like, he does a good job with them, and he does nail kind of the voice of
Batman, of that world.
Right, of the Batman world that he's speaking in, and he does that really well. Outside of that, the DC
First
movies,
Wonder Woman was good, though. I actually did like, that was like the one.
I've never seen it because I hate the DC movies so much.
I get it.
Like Batman vs. Superman.
Terrible.
The Superman Returns.
Oh, I saw that with you at midnight.
Yeah. I kind of liked Man of Steel. But that's just because it was compared to all the other Supermans.
It was just less
so much
bad. It was less bad than some of the other ones.
Because it's like, oh, he's bad at being super. That's funny.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't know how to fly. He's not good at it yet. And so, like, I liked that a little bit. But just generally speaking, DC movies they're garbage.
Well, do you know where I think all of this started? It always starts with the talent behind the camera, right?
Yeah.
Why did you start with Zack Snyder? I still think Joker's overrated, man. It's okay.
I thought it was good. I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. But someone said, but it's not the DC extended universe.
No. It's definitely not. Definitely not.
The Joker movie was like a psychological thriller that just happened to be about the Joker, which was how they described Captain America, the first Captain America. They're like, this is like a decent war movie that happens to have a superhero in it or whatever. And I think those are interesting sort of descriptions.
That was the same with Winter Soldier, right? The Winter Soldier is basically an espionage movie,
right?
Disguised as what was The Dark Knight? It was a crime drama disguised as a comic book. So that became like the new norm, right? In superhero movies, which is the best ones are ones that say we're gonna go with this genre, but have a superhero casing over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Logan is a gritty Western.
See, I haven't seen it.
I still think that's one of the better Marvel movies that there is, but
everyone's told me that it's good stuff.
You know, I've heard some people say it's not, and I don't understand it, but I respect it.
But it's probably because they went in with a certain expectation, right? Like, I want Wolverine to be doing his normal Wolverine stuff, so.
I mean, it's the first movie where he is sticking those claws through faces. Drex. It's like, ooh,
a hard R.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Yeah, hard R's are always good.
I liked Logan quite a bit. Breck Nichols says, Breck, did I just see Breck? Yes, I think. Scraith says, not sure if you mentioned this earlier. Parler also removed from Google Play because reasons. Yep, and I'll be talking about that stuff tomorrow in short videos, and then next week is going to be a lot more of that sort of stuff. But yes, Parler has been removed from Google Play, and they're threatening to remove it from the Apple Store. And there is also talk that Amazon will shut down Parler's servers if they don't capitulate and bend the knee. The Google Play and the Apple Store moves are devastating. The Amazon shutdown of their infrastructure might be fatal. So, there you go. S13 Illuminati says, just had a prime ribeye and a glass of Whistle Pig rye and a Lagavulin 16 to toast the end of the Republic. Have you read the affidavit of Arturo Delia? It's on nationsinaction.org. I would love to hear your opinion. I did read the affidavit. I'm holding off on talking about that because YouTube's policy on that stuff right now is really, really strict. But I'm waiting for more verification of what that is. So I'm aware of it, but I'm holding off reporting on it until I know of anything. But what I will suggest people is I wouldn't put much faith in an Italian criminal affidavit impacting the outcome of the present election. If you're waiting for that to happen, you'll be waiting for a very long time. Nerd W says, I just watched your Holiday Queen stream, but I couldn't finish without the Lemon's voice. Can you say, if you want to know how my voice got like this, just deep throat Monica's strap on. I need this. Yeah, I'll say that for you, buddy.
Oh, boy.
It's because it hit my uvula and caused traumatic damage. But I still gargled. Crits88 says, evening, Nick and Drex. Recently, family found a matchmaker who supposedly knows a bunch of women that are employed and are just looking for a decent guy. Should I actually give this a try? I want a woman's touch in my life, but I'm tired of the dating BS.
Don't do it.
So you say no to the matchmaker.
Oh, watch this. I know a little thing or two about matchmakers. You know what age the women are who are matchmaking?
34, 35?
Past the wall is the answer. And do you know what past the wall women are like?
No.
Let me tell you what they're like.
What's that?
They're going to be entitled. They're going to be career carousel riders. They're going to come in with a bunch of like high expectations and demands, Nick. But when you ask them, hey, so what are you going to bring to my life? They're going to, huh? Right?
Yeah.
Don't do it. Yeah, some put leftover. Yeah, in China, women after 27, they're done.
The matchmaker thing, I was reading an article the other day about rich playboys in New York are now turning to matchmakers to find women and settle down. The matchmaker, because I think I saw some people out there like kind of skeptical about matchmakers being a thing still, but no, that they're like booming in the
these simps. It's just
I'm just talking about, like, I'm not even commenting on it. I'm just saying that there are people paying matchmakers right now, like that's what they're doing because it's hard for people to go out and meet.
These are leftover women. Leftovers. They've been pumped and dumped the last decade plus.
Maybe.
Stop.
I don't know.
Stop.
How many matchmakers
I'm a PhD.
are in the chat?
I'm a PhD. I have a master's degree. I don't care. you know. Here's my thing, Nick. Ask any of these chicks, can they cook a meal? Can they cook me a meal?
What if you talk to the matchmaker and be like, I don't even want her to read. Find me a dumb chick.
How about this? This is for all you guys out there who want to do with the matchmaker stuff. Here goes your first requirement. She's got to be a virgin. How about that?
Yeah, do it.
See what happens.
Well, because I think that's actually what guys are doing. We're talking, these dudes are wealthy.
Yeah, wealthy clients. Yeah, I get it.
So,
but Nick, who goes to a matchmaking service? You see what I'm saying? Post wall, because the women have to pay. It's women who has the money to go to a matchmaking service as a female, not a virgin.
I don't know if the women necessarily have to pay for the matchmaking service.
Yeah, both sides pay.
Are you sure about that?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't
Both
know.
sides
What if it's just like a guy?
They're all career women. They're all feminists.
What if he's got a semi-truck with a refrigerated trailer? In the back, there's a bunch of like Thai immigrant women. I've heard of that matchmaking service, right?
I'm telling you guys the truth, man. I'm telling you guys the truth. There's been some matchmaking things like speed dating that have been canceled due to not enough guys. The guys just stopped going.
Yeah.
And the women are like, "Where's our men?" They're all past the wall. I promise. Because Nick, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
a highly attractive 19-year-old virgin wouldn't be going through a matchmaker to find a man because men are always
Except
throwing
in
their shot.
COVID, they can't find any men.
Maybe.
That's what the article was about, is that these people would normally, they would be out like mingling and they can't right now. So
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Look, I don't know who his matchmaker is. Maybe she costs $10. Maybe
He's always been ran through, bro.
maybe his matchmaker is just the
Pass the
Asian
wall.
massage parlor.
Pass the wall. Trust me, they're post-wall, man. They're post-wall.
Breck Nichols says, Nick, you just called my name. Bing, $20. Okay, thanks, buddy. Strider says, Drex, you saying the first Wonder Woman made me spit out my Baileys. Go watch the takedown by Mahler, Rags, and the EFAB crew. You'll see how terrible that movie really was. Anyway, thank you for your streams. They're great.
I mean, I can see how someone would say it wasn't great. I didn't say it was great, but okay, Nick, of the DC films, I'll take it back. Shazam was better. I would take Shazam.
See, that's the one I wanted to watch.
Yeah. Shazam, because you know what it was, Nick? It was fun.
Yeah.
And most of these DC movies have not been fun. They've been doom and gloom and ugly looking. Like they try to look like the Dark Knight. It's like that's not the world that these other characters inhabit. So yeah,
I have
Shazam
something.
was good. I like Shazam. It was really fun flick.
I have something. I think it's right over here. Just a second.
Uh-oh.
Someone sent me a gift.
This guy.
Here it
Uh-oh.
is. All right.
The hell is that?
This is a trading card. Talking about it in just a minute. I forgot to mention this gift, and I have to read this. This is from Terror Wombat. And he says that's his internet handle, not his Christian name. Terror Wombat sent me this. And I love it, and I forgot to do it. This is, I know you are a big fan of Jamal Eigel, Esquire, DDS, LLP, CVS, etc., famed internet lawyer. I hope you find a place of suitable honor for the enclosed autograph. Ladies and gentlemen, he sent me an autographed Jamal Eigel trading card. Look at this thing. This is comic artist Jamal Eigel. This man just said the other day that Punisher needs to be retired because it's kind of problematic.
What do we think about that guy?
Jamal Eigel.
Burn it. You know what?
Look at that is peak masculinity.
You know what? That dude oozes masculinity.
Right out of his vagina.
You know the thing
After
is,
the man is
guy-
done
like,
with him.
So you know what's funny about that, Nick, is that when you were doing your Twitch thing last night, I went upstairs and was like, yeah, let me go watch some Punisher. Look, I want to see guys who are they look like guys and act like guys. Don't give me any watered down people and people. And here's what's funny, Nick. They want to cancel the Punisher because they said some people at the rally or at the riot or whatever were wearing Punisher shirts, right? So if they were wearing Spider-Man costumes, you'd cancel Spider-Man.
Yes.
If they wore rainbow shirts, you cancel the rainbow.
Yes. It's about time. So here's his actual tweet. He says, I don't say this lightly. It's time for Marvel to put the Punisher out to pasture. The concept is corrupted.
It's beautiful. So what's Frank Castle's backstory, Nick? His wife and kids get gunned down, and then what does he do? He punishes people from then on out. But only bad people. He doesn't go after innocent people.
Yep.
Criminals, degenerates. He goes and he slays them in excruciatingly brutal fashion.
He lets them go, right? Like he shows mercy. That's in his vocabulary, isn't it?
You know what? The closest to mercy the Punisher ever came was in Punisher Warzone when he shot my man with the missile. the parkour.
The side flip.
That might be in the top moments in movie history. He shot my man with a missile. Like, wait, that just happened?
Yep. God, I love that movie. Okay, Bad Vibe says, Nick, on YouTube, they have a tribute Punisher mini movie called #Laundry Day. It is the actor that was in the first movie with Travolta. That's
the
not
Thomas Jane one?
that's not the first movie. That's the second movie.
Second, yeah. Dolph Lundgren was the first.
Dolph. I saw it in theaters. In
I'm
theaters.
sorry.
I love that movie. How dare you? Yeah, so Thomas Jane. Okay, that could be funny. Rockstar Dane says, hi, guys. I'm 24 and looking at law school. I already have 2 degrees in music, and I've emailed you links before. I think you dig it. I'm looking at Syracuse Law. Thoughts? Meant to add to chat before. Oh, thanks, buddy. Sorry to make you pay again, but I'm not that sorry. Look, if you want to do law, do it. That's the recommendation I have for people on when they ask the law school question. If you want to do law, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't.
Yeah.
Because the way law school works is it's 3 years minimum. I guess you could maybe do it in 2.5 if you work real hard. It's 3 years of your life and a lot of money typically. And then what you come out with is you're going into a job where the majority of new lawyers will be working 60 to 80 hours in a grindy environment, probably not really doing what they thought they would be doing for a bit. And then things will mellow out. And but it's a tough gig. So if you want to do it, do it. Or you could, do it like Ty Beard or I did and start your own firm. Ty's firm is 23 years now strong. My firm is barely operating because I'd rather do YouTube than run my own firm. Mm-hmm. So that's how that goes. But if you want to do it, do it. It's one of the few degrees that you have to have a degree to do. So, that's, if you want to do that, that's your only path. I mean, I guess you could do internship or apprenticeship study, but that's kind of difficult to line up. But good luck to you, buddy. If you do it, good luck. Crits88 says she works at a pizzeria bar. I've met her, and the only question she asked about what I'm looking for is body type. This is the matchmaker, I guess. As long as she's healthy and we have comparable interests. I only work and go home anymore, even before COVID-19. Well, man, if you try it out, good luck to you. Drexel obviously is not a fan.
No comment.
He's not a fan of the thing. I don't know anything about matchmakers. I'm not going to say they're good or bad. I have no idea. I've said this several times. I don't know, what I would do if I wasn't already married.
It's a jungle out, Nick. It's crazy out there, man.
Yeah, I have no idea how to navigate. I wasn't good at navigating the dating market before. And now it's completely different.
It's a total shit show out
there. So I have no idea what would be going on. E1337 Neo says, hey, Nick, was typing up some documents for work earlier today and couldn't stop mistyping consultants as consultants. Needless to say, my supervisor ended up getting some insight into the whole Vic debacle.
Wow.
Consluts! Give me those consluts. Karn says, the day my inner simp died, I took a chick to see Get Rich or Die Tryin'. Isn't that
50 Cent?
50 Cent? Okay. She brought her friend and asked me to pay for her. Said no and got our tickets. She used her ticket to see another movie with the friend. Movie was fire, though.
There's a red pill for you. She tried to use you as her beta simp provider, and all you had to say was no. Wow. The entitlement, though, Nick. The audacity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my friend. If a female brings a friend, what does that mean, Nick? You're not that
hanging
guy.
out with you.
You're not that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not that guy, you should just go ahead and move on to. There's this old saying, go where you're appreciated, right?
Right. Yeah.
Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated, and that's been a thing.
Or suffered.
Yeah, right. So that line has been in the black community for the men for a long time. That when people go, why do black men date out? I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated and treated with respect and decency and something that resembles like love and kindness. I'm gonna go for that rather than deal with the whole you ain't shit. These German shepherds, as Mr. Jeff calls them, Nick, they're horrible. Worst women on earth. So
somebody's got to be in last place.
They are in every category.
Intimidator 0108 says, "Hey Nick and Drexel, had a good day celebrating my 39th birthday on Friday. That was today.
Yep.
Happy birthday, man." He was streaming Modern Warfare's Warzone mode with a friend who had the same birthday. No wins, but you had a good time. Then I met my parents for pizza afterwards. Well, I'm glad to hear it, man. Cheers to you. And I hope you have
Happy
many
birthday,
more
man.
birthdays to come. Welcome to being 39. That is, I'm 39 now. You realize how old we are?
Yeah, we're old, man.
You're still 38, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got another 10 and a half months to be 38. So here's the thing, Nick. Going forward, I think you're going to have people kind of go off into like their own little faction, which can be for better and for worse, right? Like
Yeah.
You're going to kind of, prime example, even when the lockdown first happened, do you notice people just kind of were like, I got my, whatever their hobbies are, whatever it is that we're doing. So long as you already had something going for you, that's kind of what you stuck to. You just kind of like retreated into it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see that going for like, so I'm starting to see like, this
That's
matchmaking. I think you're going to see more of that going forward because people aren't going to really engage and interact anymore.
That's why escapism is so important, and
Yep.
why, like, when I talk about like finding networking and stuff with people, I'm going to be bringing on creators of things too, not just like lawyers and talkers and stuff like that, but people who make stuff.
Mhm.
I've brought on comic book creators and stuff in the past. I'm going to be bringing on more of them because it's important to preserve your escapism where you can.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring on more game developers and stuff like that. I'm going to hopefully have Mark Kern on again soon. Because it's really going to be about banding up, finding people with commonality and who respect the escape. Because mild doom pill, you already know this though. This isn't a surprise doom pill for you guys. Is that with the censorship that's going on and all of that stuff, if you think our hobbies are not going to be under full attack, they're going to be under full attack. They waited until Trump's basic concession speech from yesterday to do everything today. They've gotten the green light
Yep.
from where they believe society is.
Yep.
So that's what's going on. So you've got to find it and preserve it. Whatever you feel about Comicsgate, like ignore the Comicsgate people, because I know people have mixed feelings on them. I tend to get along with them okay, but find that independent creator spirit, whatever the stripe may be. If it's not Comicsgate, maybe it's Castalia House, maybe it's Vox Days stuff, maybe it's independent stuff, maybe it's Doug TenNaples stuff. Find your escapes and preserve and enjoy them and support and network with the people who do them. That's my
Agreed.
message there.
Agreed.
Yeah. Bad Wario says, nothing philosophical. Cheers to you and Drex. Hey, cheers to you, Bad Wario. And we've hit 1,000 likes.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
I will, I'm drinking this 1792 full proof, courtesy of my man, Ryan. I think you met him at Road Rage.
Oh, did I? I believe so.
He's a dude. He's fake Sean.
Okay. Oh,
He looks just like Sean, the audio engineer. It's hilarious.
fake Sean.
That's good. Robert Hubert. Come on now. Okay. He says, Nick, in Drexel's voice, say, and I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who would attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon that ass.
Oh, man. You guys are too funny. You guys are too funny.
All right. So that's the bulk of the chats. Do we have any, did we have any topic we wanted to discuss? You got anything on what's on your mind, man? I haven't seen like anybody today.
Yeah, we haven't seen you either.
I woke up and I had to come down here. I was on a show earlier with Eric Hunley. Hunley, I think his name is. Oh God. Let me check. Yeah, Eric Hunley. He had a panel talking about Section 230 with me, Ian Corzine, who I was happy to finally meet, Viva Fry, and Allison Morrow, who used to work at every level of network news and is now an independent content creator on YouTube. We had a great discussion about free speech, free expression online, and Section 230. And of course, we had that speech, and then everything really went to shit for the rest of the day.
Oh, that's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why people keep thinking I'm just making this shit up.
Yeah. But we had a great show. I strongly recommend checking it out. Eric Hunley, this dude has really interesting people on to talk all the time. And then he also had me on, so that was cool. But he's got the guy who's like the big competitive eater right now?
Joey Chestnut?
No, the Joey Chestnut was like the big competitive eater.
Oh, is that a new dude on the scene?
I don't know. There's a guy on YouTube who goes around. He like dominates all the challenges that have never been beaten and stuff. He looks like. You ever see Necessary Roughness?
Yeah.
Remember when they're in?
Kathy Ireland was hot in that.
Yeah. Her jaw's real square though.
Yeah.
It's almost uncomfortably so.
Yeah, she looked good in that one. I remember that part. Yeah, she looked good.
So, but do you remember when they're in the bar and the big linebacker Tex walks in? This guy looks like that. He's just built and huge, and he sits down and eats a bunch. Does anybody know this guy's name? Not Matt Stoney. No. Let's see. What's his name? What's my name? John Shaft. John Shaft. I'm gonna find it. Oh, here it is. Randy Santel. Randy Santel is the guy I've seen on YouTube. Randy Santel is gonna be on. Anyway, he has all kinds of interesting people on. Eric Hunley. Go check out his channel. Drex, you can't bow down like that. You can't look down at your phone. You got to stop.
Oh, is that what that's causing that to do?
Yeah.
The little weird lighting?
The camera is white balancing on your hat when you do it. It's like, oh shit, that's bright. And then you like look back up. It's like, oh shit, that's dark. To readjust.
Oh man. It's been a crazy week.
Well then I was recording videos, and then I came upstairs and like you were passing out. No, you went to go get food, and then you came back and passed out after eating. Lady Rackets was gone to take one of our kids somewhere, and then she came back. She passes out. And
it's gotta be something in the air, man. I don't know what it is.
I'm sitting there with these kids, and I'm like
6 of them,
and I'm just like at 8:30 I'm like, what do you want for dinner?
So bad.
Just tell me so we can feed you and you can go away.
They were just on some weird, like, because they're normally the first ones. We're hungry, and for whatever reason tonight they just weren't hungry. What, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they ate lunch or whatever, and then they just. I guess they ate lunch. I don't actually know. I was down here.
You know what happened? They probably were eating snacks. Like,
Yeah.
they ate some mac and cheese. They, had snack foods and did this, that. So that's probably what happened. They were eating throughout the day, but never eating a meal. Is probably what happened.
Right. Oh, while I'm making them dinner, like 3 of them come up. Can I have a snack? I'm like, eat. We have snacks in the house. Just eat. Just eat. Just go to a table and eat. Eat. Eat.
You know what?
Because we don't like the snacks that we have. It's not like a bunch of chocolate or something. We stock substantial food type snacks, well, and fruit snacks or whatever. But it's like, no, the idea is that there's some substance there. Get full, eat. But they're like, oh, can I eat? Yes, just eat, please. So I don't have to
get some
make
bread.
it.
Of course, you get some bread.
Yeah,
Just eat the bread.
eat 2 slices. Put peanut butter on one and then eat that. Then eat the second one with a steak on it. Oh my God. It's hard for me to remember when I started cooking.
See, I always remember it. Basically, we were making. I mean, think about it. When do you remember making your first fried egg sandwich?
I didn't make fried egg sandwiches. I made omelets, but I made omelets daily.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I don't remember when that. Like, I don't know if I was like 11 or 12 when I was doing that.
I remember being a lot younger, man. Just making. Okay, what age were you when your parents got you sandwich meat?
Oh, so that was forever.
For as long as you can remember, right? You're like this, like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make a sandwich. You just went upstairs.
Yeah.
Grabbed some bread, got some mayo, whatever. Maybe you were a Miracle Whip guy or a butter guy. You had the meat. Boom, boom. Clap them together.
Cheese, bread,
mayo. You were good.
I like to have lettuce on there, but you didn't need it.
That
was the luxury.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, my parents have lettuce in the cupboard.
Yep.
Or in the fridge. Who puts lettuce in a cupboard?
Right. Let it rot.
Wilty ass lettuce. But yeah, it's like just eat. Just make anything. Eat cheese. We have 1,000 cheese sticks. Get 1,000 cheese sticks. 500 Go-Gurts. Just pick one up and eat it. If you're still hungry, I don't know, go eat a cat.
Just keep eating.
Anyway.
Eat and do push-ups. Push-ups, sit-ups, and eat. That's it.
Yeah, it's
do
prison
planks,
now.
Do planks while you're resting. Superset it.
Yeah. When you sleep, you better be planking.
You
sleep and plank.
It's just I don't know, man. The kids today they're just so different, man. I don't know what to say. It's just I don't know. I mean, is it the kids? Is it the world? Is that we got to? Because I remember, Nick. I don't remember asking my parents, "Could I eat?"
Drex is literally the Principal Skinner meme. Am I out of touch? No. It's the children who are wrong. It's literally him.
Oh man. But you remember that? Like Nick, we used to just get up and like eat. We used to, if anything,
I ate all the time.
And okay, do you remember when your appetite took a big bump, right? Because it was when puberty hit. Because think about it, how much did you really eat as a kid? You're usually snacking, right?
Yeah.
And then like your parents made you eat an actual meal. But do you remember it was around like 11, 12, 13, like all of a sudden overnight.
For me, it was 26.
I just remember like being like, I'm like really hungry. Like I became adult hungry. I wasn't like kid hungry anymore.
It was by the time I was 15, for sure 15. I didn't stop eating during the day. Ate all day at school.
Yep.
Came home and ate all day.
Yep.
Just eat. And it went out. Once I got that car license, eat even more.
Yep.
Even more.
Those are the good old days, Nick. We'd be in the Green Hornet, hit up a Perkins, hit up Red Robin,
Cracker Barrel.
And when your mom got us the golden ticket,
I love that golden ticket. I want it back. But see, you need the hookup with the golden ticket.
You did. The golden ticket was already God tier. But the fact that my girl worked there, and so you guys got to understand, we didn't just have the golden ticket. We had a hookup on top of the golden. Nick, we were getting some stuff. Like she's like, well, you can get eggs, but I'll tell the cook to give you guys omelets.
Right.
The difference between someone saying a scrambled egg or a sunny side up and an omelet
Yeah,
Oh.
the golden ticket was the thing at Cracker Barrel, which was good for 2 meals, which meant 1 appetizer,
Yep.
1 entree, 1 dessert,
And drinks.
and whatever drink.
Yep.
And so our appetizer, I think we convinced him to do chicken strips for the appetizer.
Oh yeah. That's
We
right.
did
Yeah,
chicken tenders.
We got grilled and fried.
Right, grilled and fried chicken tenders.
We got the frozen cider.
Yep. And then did we get Country Boy breakfast? Was that the meal we chose?
That was we got Country Boy breakfast because that was where the eggs came from, and she made them into an omelet.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting omelets.
Omelets with the Country Boy.
Omelets with the Country Boy with the meat. Then we got hash browns, a little bowl, a little cup of grits,
Yep. The apples, fried apples,
fried apples,
unlimited biscuits,
unlimited biscuits and cornbread. We had the apple butter,
and then the oatmeal crisp
the oatmeal,
to finish it off. That oatmeal apple crisp
apple
at the end.
streusel. Or
Baked apple dumpling.
apple dumpling, and we topped it off with that. And Nick, do you remember how we felt? So Nick and I were eating that Cracker Barrel. We literally did this. So we remember we literally like had to unbuckle, and it was
Yeah.
like, bruh.
It was that was a lot of food. It was almost as much food as the chicken cacciatore at Buca.
You ever tell them about that?
Yeah, I told that story because we ate that. The guy laughed when we ordered it,
He laughed right in our face. He laughed at us.
and then we finished it, and then we went to the car, got in, and fell asleep immediately. Just passed out.
All right, Nick, you ready to go home? Yeah.
I'm so full.
Nick, the chicken catcher. What was it? Was it 6 breasts of chicken? I think.
It was
Like
it was
6
like 2 chickens. I thought,
I thought they had like the breasts around it, right?
but it wasn't just breasts. I think it was 2 disassembled chickens.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
On top of a pile of garlic mash.
Yep.
And then they gave you bread with
They
it
gave you bread.
because they hate your cardiovascular system.
Of course. You know, so Nick, here goes a question. What do you think about with everything that's happened? This is kind of the end of the beloved buffet, right?
Oh yeah,
Our
buffets
buffet, they're done.
I went to a pizza ranch in the cities. Now you can go before Walls super cucked Minnesota. You could go to a pizza ranch out here, and it was fine. It was normal.
Mhm.
Like you were supposed to wear your mask when you got food, and if you did or didn't, people didn't really care. I went in the cities. They tracked my phone number. You had to go up and get gloves and use gloves for the tongs. Because I just walked up. I'm like, all right, grab these tongs. And the guy comes out and he's like, sir, I'm going to need you to use the gloves or you're going to have to leave. What glove? Oh, there's gloves there. And I had to like put the gloves on.
You were supposed to know that though.
Did he wash those tongs? No.
Right?
Nope. Bitching about me not wearing gloves. He didn't take the tongs and wash them.
Nope. Hey, Nick. My view of COVID has not changed. Fuck your mask. Fuck your gloves. I want everyone exposed. All day, every day. All day. I don't want there to be a moment
I'm calling Columbia. I'm telling him. I'm be like, I saw 3 people cough in this dude's face after he got that PCR. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I feel good when she gave. You know what? When you get a call about a certain kind of test, though, Nick, you do feel good. Not because it was negative, so I can actually go to Columbia, but they didn't call you after a routine checkup. Because if a hospital ever calls you at the routine checkup, it's nothing good.
Yeah.
Like when they call Magic Johnson,
Doon, 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 doon. Hospital. Oh shit. Here we go again.
you know it's bad. When they go, yeah, the lab results came back, you're like, oh shit. Because Nick, if it was nothing, they would just never call you.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I just
Yeah, you get that in the mail. When
you get
everything's
the mail.
normal,
Yeah.
you get the mail.
Everything's good. Okay.
Why is my doctor calling me? Hey, what's up, doc? Oh, nothing much. Just wanted to talk to you about something. It's cancer, isn't it? Worse. It's Ebola, and the Ebola has cancer.
You're done. If a doctor ever calls you unprovoked, Because you're like, I just went a routine checkup. Never, ever, ever. Because Nick, you have to pick up the phone though, right?
Yeah.
Because I did it today, right? Like I saw it. I'm sitting there, minding my own business for the.
You've got 10 days.
Yeah. They're gonna give you the ring treatment for real. So I mean, I don't want to be the guy that I came back from Thailand and I'm itching, and then they're like, "Yeah, we'll just run some tests," and they call you back like the next day, and they
You
ask,
had a
like,
heart attack 6 days ago. You already died.
"You don't want that super gonorrhea, Nick? That super gonosyphilades? You don't want no part of that, man." So, but there are guys who have gotten that call, right? Like, or they go like this, Nick. Look,
Yeah.
are you sitting down? Are you driving? Like,
if you aren't sitting down, don't. It could be fatal. Let me tell
I'm
you
gonna
about
need
your
you to. I'm
stomach
gonna need you to pull the
condition.
car over. Are you driving? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to pull over. Nick, whatever they tell you after
Call a
that,
tow truck.
call it because whatever we're gonna tell you next is gonna be that like life shattering moment.
Yeah. We've discovered that you're a black female.
Oh God, the horror, the horror.
What if you're like, what if they did that today? You go in for your COVID test and they send back and they're like, we've actually discovered that you have 2 X chromosomes. Your name is actually Drexina.
You're a black chick. You're Shaniqua. You're was it Sharkeisha? Remember that video?
I'd have to kick you out. I have to kick you out of the house, put you to the streets.
They belong to the streets, man.
Okay, Ange says, I see through the lies of the Trumpers. I do not fear censorship as you do. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new social media. Don't make me ban you. If you're not with me, then you're the enemy. Reverse Ass Moses says, Drex, you must save one of the following by smashing a trap. Death is not an option. Would you save Nick, Ty Beard, Mr. Peacock, or Dollhouse Phil? And why is it not Nick?
Dollhouse Phil.
Oh,
No question.
Oh,
Because
my
then
goodness.
Nick, to clear my palate, I could smash Maple.
Listen to this, Judas. Listen here, Mike Pence. I don't need this betrayal.
Oh,
Malik
man.
Foxen says, hey, Boomer, I took a short break. Also spent the day passively annoyed at everything. Customers, oddly enough, have been largely irritable since the 6th. No clue why. This bullshit's got everyone pissed, it seems. Folks are snappy. Yeah, tensions are high right now. What we don't need is a powder keg moment. That could get real bad real fast. So
Fast.
E1337 Neo says, hey, Drex, be careful now. You can't spell Thailand without Thad.
That place, Nick, it changes
I know how to
lives.
fix your Thad thing. You got to watch Blue Mountain State because Thad is the greatest character in it.
Oh, wait, so is that still on Prime, or do you say they took it off?
I think they took it off.
Damn. But these things come back on, right? They
Yeah.
get cycled through.
It's probably somewhere. Sweetie Boy says, is 26 too old to start working towards law school? Nope. I have 2 cousins doing estate law who think I would do well in the field, and I always excelled in reading and writing. I have a 2-year degree, and my job will help pay for school. Seems like a good opportunity. Yeah, so you're in for 5 more years of school at a minimum.
Hey,
What?
Blue Mountain State.
Still on
there.
Prime?
Yeah, it's still on Prime. I see. Okay, 2010, 2011.
Yeah. You gotta watch
Are they?
it.
How many seasons were there?
3.
Okay,
3 seasons and a real shitty movie.
Okay, yeah, I see season 3. Okay, yeah, it's still there. Still there.
Yeah. Season 1, 2, and 3 are great.
Yep.
The movie is completely skippable. The movie's completely skippable.
Why
They
would
made it
make
like
a movie?
5 years later. They crowdfunded it. It was like a favor to the fans type thing, but it's
It just doesn't work.
everybody had moved on.
Okay, I see, yeah.
And they should have stayed moved on.
Yep.
Yeah, and the episodes are all 20 minutes long, so
Oh, that's.
you can burn them up.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Damn.
Let's see. Crusader narrator voice says, in the internet justice system, stupidity-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Minnesota, the dedicated streamer and his damn kids who constantly interrupt him are members of an elite squad known as the Stupid Victims Unit. These are their stories. Dun, dun.
Dun-dun.
Mario Carter 13 says the eternal irony of American politics is that the party that routinely stabs its base in the back is represented by an animal that never forgets. Trump built the wall. It's up to us whether we line them up against it. Peaceful deportation, of course.
Funny.
Mr. Y says, come on, Drexel. Give me the biggest, blackest pill you can. I've had plenty stuffed in me in preparation. Oh, fucking A.
It's stupid voice.
Kermit the Frog says, all you ladies pop yo pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Lick it good, suck this pussy like you should right now. Lick it good, suck this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. I hate everything about that. Night of Hopex says, so did Haiti. Forget about the Haitians. Damn.
Yep. Nick, they worship the white man. Like more than Asians do.
When I was at Wells Fargo, a guy came in arguing why he actually had money even though his account was negative. And he sat at my desk and he argued with me for like an hour. And his justification for why he's right, he said, I'm an accountant from Haiti. I said, I trust you even less.
Dude.
He was very wrong. Like, he was negative. Legitimately. And Wells Fargo pulled some shit. Don't get me wrong. Not on him, but on people all the time. This dude was like, how did my account go negative? Well, you see where you spent all this money that you didn't have? That's where.
You know what's sad? So when I passed out on your couch earlier,
Yeah.
I really should have picked like a pillow to sleep on and not the side. My neck is killing me. Oh. Remember you were cracking your neck earlier? You're like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever you felt like, that's how my neck feels right now.
Luke, why? In Elmo voice.
Lie back, Drex. Let Elmo take care of you tonight. Elmo's gonna ravage you the second you get in the door. Elmo's gonna let you do anything you want to me. Elmo's got a surprise waiting for you. Elmo's gonna make you beg for it.
Fuck.
Kermit the Frog.
Oh, come on.
I'm McDowell's. They got the golden arches. Mine's the golden arcs. They got the Big Mac. I got the Big Mick. We both got 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions, but their buns have sesame seeds. My buns have no seeds.
You know what?
What?
I think back to that movie. You can't make that movie anymore, Nick. Oh, I'll tell you what will get that movie canceled by today's culture.
Naked bathers.
Yep. I'll tell you what would. He plays a white character.
He does in the new one. The old white man.
Yeah.
He's still him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He did whoop Joe Wilson.
Marciano.
That was a great fighter. It just. but Nick, I'm telling you, if you go back to the 80s and 90s.
I like me some Cassius Clay.
That's great. I want to say your name to Muhammad Ali. But Nick, movies were fun.
Yeah.
They were fun. Like, I'm saying, when you made a movie in the 80s and 90s, you could tell everyone associated with that movie had fun. Do you notice? You didn't really hear people going, and then this director did this to me, and like people were out there on the set having fun, cracking jokes.
Yeah.
Now it's all like, we got to make sure we got these woke points and all.
Yeah, could
What?
you just imagine being on a set now with Eddie Murphy or Dead Robin Williams?
Dead Robin Williams.
Because, like, there's no way you could get through a movie with Robin Williams, filming a movie, without him saying an inappropriate joke.
Correct.
Like, there's no way it would happen.
So yeah,
Like, can you imagine the outtakes of Patch Adams?
Right. What is Eddie Murphy's like agent say? Like, yeah, Eddie, don't talk on set because. But you see what I'm saying? Like, just go to your trailer. So wouldn't every celebrity just kind of be like, they'd be like these standoff?
Go to your trailer and tell jokes.
but they would just bounce.
Yeah,
right? Like, because
you'd have to.
because Nick, okay, think of it like this. Let's say you're Eddie Murphy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're filming a new movie,
Right.
and let's say it's your character is supposed to be like your character is outlandish, right? What you say in the script. So what do you do when the director goes cut? What do? You just go straight to your trailer.
You don't say anything to
You
anybody.
don't say nothing. You're like, because
I have to return some videotapes.
I have to return some videotapes.
And then you leave. And then you don't come back till they call you again.
Yep.
I know.
When people start reading like, we're not getting opportunities, we don't get to hang with Eddie. He's very standoffish.
Peace.
Peace, deuces. Fuck you. Because if I say something, you're just gonna hang me anyway. So no, I'm good.
Yep. Yeah, no, the Helical says an example of this is the recent leaked recordings of Tom Cruise on set. Yeah, he like
The
screams at that
mask.
guy for not having the mask or whatever. You would not catch me on a hot mic.
First of all, let me just say this. Let me show you the entitlement of a Hollywood actor. They do pick on certain people because I think if you were a certain type of person with a certain look, little 5-foot Tom Cruise wouldn't be saying shit to you, right? So I'll just say this.
You know who I am? I'm Tom fucking Cruise.
Man, I'll tell you what. If Tom Cruise ever tried to like yell at me or something or try to talk crazy to me, this dude would get put in check real quick. Because most of these guys have never truly been put in check, especially not since they've been famous, right?
Right.
Could you imagine? You say something like let's say there's a big security dude, right? He's just like there, and he's like maybe he was eating something, like, oh damn, I forgot my stupid mask. The director's always saying put on the mask. Let me go get my mask out of my locker that I left it in or whatever, right? He's walking to go get his stuff, and there's Tom Cruise in between takes and starts running his mouth when you were on your way to go get it, right? You like chill, bro, and as you try to tell him to chill and keep walking, he's still yapping. Like remember when Christian Bale went off on the dude?
Yeah.
On Terminator Salvation. Could you imagine one of these dudes keep
This is why we hire fucking professionals.
and you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys, Nick, have never been in situations where like people will actually clap back.
Right.
I saw an episode of Kitchen Nightmares once with Gordon Ramsay. I'll never forget it. I was working. I just kind of glanced at the TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Gordon was laying into some dude, right? He was, cause you know how Gordon is, right? The dude went like this. He looked at him like, hey, look, man, I ain't no fucking bitch. So it's beeping out his word. Like
He
he's
said
like,
that?
Yeah, he goes,
That's
excuse
beautiful.
me? Excuse me? He goes, look, man, you better calm this down, right? He's like, I ain't no fucking bitch. So I'll come over. And then you can see Gordon kind of had this look like, are you serious? I'm trying to teach you how to cook. So he tried, you could tell it like he could figure out what the dude was saying, but kind of
Switched on him.
he angled a little bit back to like the cooking part, right? Because Nick, you can critique someone's cooking and their like skill set, but if you start saying personal shit, right? People will kind of look at you like, all right, look, all right.
You're you, but I got limits.
Yeah. Because I think I'm telling you, Gordon has never been in an environment where someone will clap back.
Well, you know what's weird about Gordon Ramsay is that's not him.
I've heard that.
And so I bet that was probably playing into his reaction because his producers, and they're like, this is who you are on this set. You're Hell's Kitchen. You're the hard ass chef. But when you like see him anywhere else, he's always super nice. And he's always like, look, you got these wonderful saffron. And it's like, okay, stop. You're weird. You're breathing too much, but you're nice. But no, when he's on Hell's Kitchen and stuff like that, yeah, he's screaming at people to get them to work because that's actually the environment of a lot of kitchens.
Correct.
And that's why he's doing it.
Correct.
And it plays well to the audience.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so he's sitting there and then suddenly goes, look.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, the dude.
I'm not a bitch.
Yeah,
He's like,
dude.
what?
Dude looked at me like because you could just tell like every man has a limit, right? And when you say certain things in a certain tone, prime example, Nick, when Latrell Sprewell choked PJ Clarissimo. Remember that in the '90s? It still kept his money.
Wait, who?
Latrell Sprewell. Remember when it was? Oh, he choked the coach.
Yeah.
Why do you think he did it? Without even knowing anything about the situation, why would a player choke a coach?
Because the coach was being a bitch.
Because you kept running your mouth. And it's like, all right, like Nick, I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
And you kept running your mouth. And eventually someone's going, look, man, Nick. Because remember, Nick, you don't know what's going on in someone's personal life either, right? A lot of these dudes are going through a whole lot of stuff in their personal life. So when you keep on doing, the dudes, they'll say like, look, man, like this guy's got. You remember like Mike Tyson's interviews where he talks about
Well,
wanting to eat babies and stuff?
Well, we watched that. We watched the video of what happens when the guy keeps running the mouth. Remember the convenience
the
store?
can? Yeah. Yeah, so the dude, I don't know if
That
you
dude
guys
with
saw
the
this.
rock star or whatever.
The dude keeps running his mouth. Some little white kid. Nick, what did he weigh? $130. He starts calling this black dude, he's mixed dude, calling him the N-word and stuff. And the dude kind of looks at him like, man, like you can just see him. You see it, like it's building. He's like, look, man, remember what he said, Nick? Say it again. Dude said it again, and what happened? My man grabbed that Red Bull.
Hit me.
Hit me right here. Hey, man, that mug popped on him.
It was a Twisted Tea.
Yeah, Twisted Tea smash. Yeah. So dude winds up getting hit, Nick. And you and I have talked about this. Whoever is the instigator is always the one saying chill. In the end, right?
Yeah.
Chill. See, this is the reason. This is the problem with America. It's the chill factor. I don't want there to be a chill. The dude should just kept going. Like, Nick, do you remember the monologue in Fast
Well,
and Furious?
you fucked up. Now you die.
You need to. Well, prime example. Oh, I got a
hit
case.
you till I'm tired.
That's the Vin Diesel story, right? He had the wrench. You heard about the Soho Karen, right? She got charged today. You heard about that? She got arrested in New York. The one who falsely accused the black dude.
Oh,
the
she
the
got
phone.
arrested today?
Yep. They're
It
pressing
took
charges.
that long?
They had to do, investigation, blah blah blah, right?
Okay.
So
I forgot she existed.
Nick, it's simple. Death penalty. You should not get away with knowing just falsely accused. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. Carolyn Bryant. Oh yeah, this guy did this to me. Duke lacrosse team, Crystal Mangum. These boys. If you death penalty, you falsely accuse somebody, death penalty, and then people realize, man, I better not do it because there's no consequence, Nick. The same reason why that dude was calling that guy the N-word. He probably never really faced consequences in life because he's probably like, it's like when you were with me.
I
at
think he was
cruise night.
also drunk.
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Truth serum.
It just he looked like it.
He looks stupid, period.
Yeah.
But Nick, you can't allow people that, like, one person's actions can cause another person's life to be ruined. But
Right.
yet, when it comes time to direct punishment from the legal system, the worst this person gets is like, well, probation, a year, right? But this person could have had everything taken. Their life, their freedom. Nah, man. Nope. Death penalty. Nick, it's the same thing. Look, there's a video, Nick, I have to show you. Shout out to my man Casual Bachelor. If you guys look, if video is maybe like 2 or 3 days old, it's a driver in Malaysia, right?
Uh-oh.
You already know.
First of all, any story that starts with from Malaysia,
Yep,
I already know it's funny.
of course. So it's a driver in Malaysia. He's like an Uber driver, like a taxi guy, right?
Yeah.
He has the cam, right? He has the dash cam.
Mhm.
Nick, this girl falsely accuses him and stuff, right? And
Yeah.
starts being hysterical. A lot. This is a must-see video. Like, and you guys in the chat, you guys don't know. If you just go to Casual Bachelor on YouTube and then look up, you'll find it. Like, woman in cab or whatever, and you'll clearly know which one it is, right, Nick? She ends up lying on this dude, right, Nick? And she wants to go to the police and stuff, right? The guy goes, if you want to drive, I'll drive you to the police station or whatever, right? So, moral of the story, Nick, after all of her lies and deception and stuff, right? Do you know what they show the news story, right? Do you know what the punishment is in Malaysia? For I saw something in Malaysia, but no, poor guy was from Singapore. Oh, ouch. Oh, the guy was from Singapore. Okay, yeah. The driver spoke another language. He spoke multiple languages, right? The thing is this, Nick. The news story reported what the punishment is in Malaysia for kidnapping. Yeah, she was accusing him of kidnapping.
Yeah.
He's kidnapping me. She called saying that this driver was kidnapping her, right?
Right.
The punishment for a kidnapping in Malaysia, Nick, life imprisonment. Life. So let me get this straight. To falsely accuse someone gets you what, Nick? Like what? Nothing?
Nothing.
But
99% of the time,
nothing.
nothing.
But yet, if he didn't have that camera and it was he said versus she said, where's he at right now without that camera? Serving life.
Shackles.
Life.
Singapore prison's fine.
I'll tell you, man.
Amateur Ant says, just got here from EVS's stream. Oh, hey, welcome. Have you talked about New York likely passing a bill to round up people if they have or are suspected of having a virus or disease, not just for the Kung flu? Concentration camps are coming soon everywhere if they pass it in New York. Get out of cities, y'all. Get out of cities. Florian Eischatten says, Nick, can you please read the Emperor's speech about the introduction of Space Marines in Elmo voice? That would be peak content. Wait, which, the Emperor's speech about the introduction of Space Marines. What book is that from, Florian? I mean, I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah, I could do that at some point. James Spoon says, say it again is the cue for It's Your Hide if you keep running your mouth. Seen it and said it plenty of times in my life. Yeah. Say what again? Say what? One more goddamn time.
I dare you. I double dare you. Like, Nick, I don't know what to say, man. Like, we're at this point where, like, and I was talking about I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and because her boys have been falsely accused, right? She's a white mom mixed kid. You know, you know where that's headed in this modern climate, right?
Right.
A girl put hands on her son, and Nick, he put hands on her back. Who do you think got suspended?
Oh, the guy.
And then
the kid.
So he got hit first.
Right.
She put hands on him. He defended himself. He's suspended. So he's going, wait a minute. And then what did they say, Nick? Oh, but it's a girl. Protected class. You can't. Bill Burr has talked about this, right? He said feminists want their equality a la carte, right? I want equal rights, equal pay, equal. But as soon as it's like, oh, I can hit a man and he hits you, well, you're not allowed to hit me. You're not allowed to do this. Nah.
I gotta send you a video. It's like 10 hours of a thunder slap from a subway. Ooh. Where the chick hits a dude and he turns around Drex and he just goes just right in her face. And it's just that. It's literally that half second over and over and over for hours. It's beautiful.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up on Casual Bachelor, what the name of that video was. Oh, there it is. It says, dash cams are essential for this line of work. 25,000 views 2 days ago. Yep.
Okay.
Must see.
Knight of Hopek says, if Farmer John managed to strap a bigger piece on Monica than what she already had, any man that runs afoul of that is lucky to still be alive. Also, I wonder how much money Funny had to spend on peanut butter to get her to talk. Must have cost a fortune. Damn. Wow. Code Man 2400 20,400 says, hey, Nick and Drex, lost my stepdad last night / today due to the coof. Pour one out for Monty. May he be at peace.
Damn,
well, brother, I will do that for you.
I wish I had another grape drink for that. Damn.
Yeah, I wish I had another grape drink right now. But we got to save him for the movie.
Oh, shit.
What?
I saw somebody said some story about someone got hit or something. Damn. By some female. Damn.
Code Man to Monty.
Yeah, to Monty, man. Oh, someone just mentioned that driver who uppercutted that chick, though. That was one of the real...
Going to jail now.
You going to jail? Man, that hit was real.
And then he takes her, he throws her ass into the door, then he opens the door and throws her out. Throws her right out the
God's
bus.
Work. You know what? He is, there's a special place saved in heaven for him for that action. Because these women wanted equal rights, so they get equal lefts. And when you put hands on people, Nick, there needs to be consequences.
Yeah.
Nick, what if you walked in the street right now? You're just walking down downtown Minneapolis, walked with somebody, just punched them in the face. And then when the person gets ready to do something, no, you're not allowed to hit me back.
Right.
They look at you like you're crazy, right? Like, you can't just walk around hitting people in the face. But you can if you're a woman. Come on, man.
Kermit the Frog says, You shit upon honorable agreements and press for fresh demands. Tell me, Thracian, how will you pay for her release if found? Her transport. Do you shoot magic coins out of your ass? If so, squat and produce. What the fuck is going on with these Kermit quotes? All right. Taliscat says late and Faye dynamic duo. One Evil Chef says, as Kermit, Trump's personal account is banned, but check out at Baron John 1941, hashtag make Anonymous great again. Captain Sharky, welcome to the channel. Baka says, I always watch your video on demands while I'm out on deliveries. Love you both. Or maybe it's just vids. It's either vids or VODs. Love you both. Hey, thank you, Baka. Love you back. Rhinosaurus Rex says, so Order 66 was executed today. Now on to Order 69. Florian Aishatten says, by the grace of the Golden Throne, you're late, unacceptable. Still the Emperor protects. Real Spider Phantom says, Nick late and Drex redacted-ing. Available on streaming platforms and pirate sites now. Painful Buggery says, hey Drex, I slept with a deaf chick, and one of my pickup lines were, what music do you like?
Oh.
I kid you not, she had an answer, country music.
Oh, so she can read lips? Because usually they can do that.
I don't know. That was just the answer.
God, man. I wish I could hear the sound.
Mr. L. Well, deafandegraded.com. It was sent to me by an expert. Deafandegraded.com. So there you go.
Shameless plug.
Look, someone got plugged. Yeah, I missed the joke on the country music thing. Oh, she liked the lyrics. Oh, okay. So she would read the lyrics.
Man,
Yeah, I
country
guess-
might be the biggest simp music of all time, though. I mean, like black R&B is a close number 2, but country is pure simp music, man.
Mr. LHD6 says, how likely that at least one of the protesters is sentenced to death or life in prison? I wish I could say improbable, but Congress wants blood. It's maybe possible, especially since that cop died, but we'll have to see. Fred Flintstone says, hi, Nick. I'm a truck driver, and I moved recently to central Iowa from Boston, Massachusetts due to COVID. Love your show. Just wondering if you see a lot of parallels to 1984 and how we're living now. Oh, yeah, with the censorship move.
I told you.
And the memory holding of everything. I mean, they're talking about Trump and Giuliani's speeches being incitement. It's like, did you listen to a word of what AOC has said over the past year?
Doesn't matter.
Or Kamala Harris.
Doesn't matter.
Nancy Pelosi
Doesn't matter.
saying, I think she said that the protest should intensify. Like they were directly calling for it. And their words weren't incitement either. Let's be clear. Like what they said was not incitement. But similarly, Trump and Giuliani, who said less, are also not inciting.
Of course.
Okay. Where are we? Spicy Pizza says, have you seen the Katie Joy freak out on Twitter and on live streams? She's also spewing crazy conspiracies too. Is that the Without a Crystal Ball chick? No, I have not. I've not seen it. I know that she had a response in the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit. I think Uncivil Law has been covering it. I haven't looked at it yet. And Emily Baker. But I haven't looked at it yet. Moist John says, want to get lefties to dox images from when they rioted in the Capitol building over Kavanaugh by tricking them into thinking it's the Trump ones. That'd be pretty funny. Andrew War Snowboard says, I want to get on a show with EVS and you to talk censorship and cancel culture and our experience with it. We need to hang out again anyway, and I regret not going to Tampa. I told you you'd regret it.
Yeah, man.
I regret not still being in Tampa.
I do too. Nick, I missed that place. Like the moment we got back, I had a teardrop roll down my cheek.
I don't.
Because I missed freedom.
If a teardrop rolled down my cheek, it'd be because like I brushed cheeks with a woman who was crying or something. Because I don't. But I did experience an emotion briefly.
Okay, Zero Wolf.
That's right.
That man had a face.
I know. We climbed down around the side.
Hey!
Everybody jumps.
Everyone jumps. Zero Wolf was my dude, man. That's a villain.
Nothing Raven says, my favorite part about the Thad story is that Drex doesn't know if she was a guy or not. In my head, she is a woman and Drex got blocked. Funnier to me. Monopojogus X says bachelor tax equals trap ain't gonna be that bad, you know. Okay. Brave Harvester says, how funny would it be if Trump makes an OnlyFans to try to get his supporters?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Swiggity a swooty. I have an excellent booty. Figbat DN says, what's good, Nick and Drex? Watch out for those 304s. They for the interstate. It's not a badge. It's a turnpike.
Yeah, man. These hoes is horrible. No, wait, Nick, I didn't tell you about I got
You got to get Figbat on the show. On your show.
No, I did.
You had him on?
Yeah, it was after the show. So it was after the show.
He's great.
He is great. And well, I watched his gaming thing, and
Yeah.
he was the one that sent in the chat to Coach Greg Adams, and we were just talking about stuff that guys talk about because we're not fucking cucked. So Nick, the way that dudes talk, you remember when Trump and Billy Bush, they got into the hot
Right.
water and everything, which is funny because have you ever heard what women say when guys aren't around? When they're going to the bathroom together and all that stuff. You should hear their conversations because they're far raunchier than dudes.
Yeah.
And then that's why when dudes would say, "Oh my God, I'm just so offended." No, they're not.
Stop.
No, you're
Stop
not.
being offended.
Stop being offended. And so where's what they're saying, and then so hanging out with the guys, Dollhouse Field, and everything. We're just talking about stuff. And Nick, it's fun to just have that time when you get to be around dudes who just aren't these blue pill fucking soylents, man.
That's the thing.
It's getting harder to find them. Have you kind of noticed that?
That's why I love the Road Rage, because the entire audience they're all just decent, normal dudes to hang around. Normal might not be the right word. But you know what I mean? Everybody acts normal.
Yeah,
everybody's chill.
They're not going to be offended if you say something that's like, oh my God, I can't believe, because you talked about this, Nick. What you see the far leftist guy do? Well, they'll look for something to be offended by.
Yep.
And I don't know if you ever read that article that woke women are turning guys away, because guys are they're repulsed by them. Oh, here we go. You're gonna look for. They're always trying to find something to be.
Can you believe the misogyny of this movie? And they're like, "Oh my God, I'm tired. I've been doing this on Twitter all day."
Right, like all day.
Can you please just grab me, take me roughly in the barn or whatever. Jillian Seed says, one of my classmates at my law school is trying to cancel a conservative student on pretty BS using this as a window. Want to wring his neck in Minecraft. Can you imagine you're spending $50,000 a year on law school and some asshole is trying to cancel you because of your political beliefs?
Yep.
And get you thrown out. You're not getting your money or time back.
Nope.
And you may not be able to get into another school after you get thrown out of one, because they're going to be like, well, and we could add you, but we could just, we just add anybody else instead. Fuck that. Rational Redneck says, I'm legit getting excited for a Biden presidency. I can't wait for the next war. I'm going to be tagging everyone I know with pictures of dead kids. Jesus Christ. He says, I feel so sorry for all my liberal friends. I'm going to be absolutely insufferable. Don't worry. You'll be removed from their algorithm.
You're going to get removed from the social circle. Excuse me, Nick? I'm just a little too offended because they're going to be more empowered and more emboldened. And so, I don't know what to tell you, man. Get new friends.
Dr. Bubba says Trump needs to declassify Hammer and Scorecard. Trump needs to pardon his family. Trump
First.
needs to pardon his family first and now. Because if they file these impeachment papers, he can't pardon them anymore.
Correct.
He should pardon them immediately. Anime Moon says, I now need to ask Drex's thoughts on Thai girls.
What about them?
What are your thoughts on them?
Oh, just in general?
Yeah.
Consider that they're actually women, because that is a thing over there, right? They go ahead and do the cut and tuck, right? Consider that they are women. Women are women everywhere. They operate under the same MO. So they're going to seek resources, provision, and protection. Now, are they more feminine than American women? Sure. My my uncle married a Vietnamese. Let's say Thai, Vietnamese, I believe, right? Very similar. But I will say this though, Nick, don't bring her back here. Whatever you do, no matter what. This is for all you guys out there. for all you guys who are still, living that kind of life and you still believe in things that you shouldn't believe in, if you guys want to be with these women, keep them in their own country. Do not bring them to the Western world. Because what are they going to do, Nick, the moment they get here? Are they going to keep their value system that they had in Estonia and Romania and Thailand, or are they going to turn into the same women you?
Why you got to name Eastern Europe like that? Why you got to do it?
Latvia. They're going to become the exact women that you ran away from to go get one of them. They'll turn into the exact same thing. So don't do it.
Alman John 1 says, before COVID, I was going to quit my $30,000 a year job and try to get on the oil field pipeline. Not so sure now. Might just take your advice and stay on the same 9-year job and make myself hard to get rid of. Look, I mean, it's just hard to transition right now. If you can if you can improve your situation, I'm not going to tell you not to, but I'd be wary about taking opportunities right now, because if it doesn't work out, then you might not be able to go back to anything. So it's just be careful navigating. Did you see the economy lost 140,000 jobs last month?
Wait, whoa, what?
All women.
Imagine that. No. Not woman.
That's the new job report. It looks like a satire. Tillip, the dude who does a lot of thumbnails for the live streams and stuff like that, and who does the merch art, and who does the overlays.
I saw someone it's Ty in the chat, and they said they could attest what I was saying. Someone in the chat was Ty. I saw that. I missed who it was.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Now, what is this now?
He sent me the article, and
go on.
The economy lost. They're like, women were making great gains and getting towards equality, but not this month. The new jobs report. The economy lost 140,000 jobs. All women. Actually, they lost 156,000 women jobs, and men gained 16,000. And the economists CNN was practically lactating about it. It was hilarious.
Not the woman. Start an OnlyFans or learn to code. Oh, look, someone actually said it. Masterface. Yeah, OnlyFans accounts. They're just going to do what they've always done. Get on their back or on their knees. Go ahead and start that OnlyFans, ladies. Man up.
Cringe Lord says, I am a studied network technician, a free speech absolutist at heart. The internet's inherent flaw is that the entire thing is privately owned. I shudder to think what's to come. The places left to hide will slim down quickly. Yep, they will. They will. Bad Vibe says, Drexel, do you know what a Nietzschean is? See Andromeda by Gene Roddenberry.
No, I haven't heard. What is that?
I don't know. I don't watch Andromeda. It's a TV show.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm aware of that. Some of Trump is in the Dagobah system. It's classic.
Dr. Bubba says Trump needs to declassify Hammer and scorecard. Did I read that a second time? Oh, yeah, I did. There we go. Brandon Cavallero says, can you sing WAP in the Kermit voice? I don't know the words to WAP, but yes, I
Ben Shapiro does.
I can't. Yeah. That was not a good response from Ben. I'm just going to say. Funny Valentine 2020 says, in reference to the story of the chick who married that random dude cheating on her boyfriend in 4 months, she belongs on a goddamn landing strip at JFK.
No, Nick, there's worse. Do you know what video I was looking at on my way back here after I went to the hospital to pick up the test results?
What's that?
I saw a video that everyone on your show needs to see, man. It comes from my man, Strong Successful Male, right? The title of the video, Strong Successful Male. Loyal husband finds out wife participates in GBs while he's away working. And Nick, in their home. She did him dirty. Yeah, so if you guys, let me turn the volume off of there. If you guys want to hear a horrible story after this, because you guys are still up and you're wired, listen to Strong Successful Male's story. I think it's like a Reddit post, like, he reads stories from, whether it be an article or like stories from posts that guys have, talk about their experiences. And yeah, so Nick, she was hosting, and do you know how the guy, you can imagine how the dude found out. The bro, like, hey man, we need to talk. And you never want your buddy to have a sit down with you.
This is going to be tough. You want to get some food? But hey, we haven't had lunch in like 10 months. We're gonna need some lunch.
We're gonna. You want a
to
drink? Nick, you want something to drink? You sure?
Yeah. Let's see. Physicality Channel says, here's how Bernie can still win. Sinsai says, movie tonight. Yes, Bucktown is the movie tonight. Maybe a second movie. We'll see. Good to see Drex. Great show, Nick. Hey, thank you. Dr. Bubba says, Trump needs to know, declassify Hammer and Scorecard.
Oh, you see that, Nick?
What?
The Anticus Prime. Navy wives would put Tide boxes or something in their windows on bases to let people know that their husbands were out to sea. What do you want me to say, man? I've been telling you about these military, Nick. It's bad, man. Go ahead.
Belforus Knight says, happy Friday, guys. Drex, how old are you?
38.
38. As a 24-year-old virgin just entering university from a dead-end farm, I dream for traveling, fitness, girls, and wealth. Just wondering if it's too late. You seem to have experience in the world.
No. Remember this. You are made in God's image because you're a fucking man. You have a penis. So at 24, especially, white women are already starting to hit the wall because they already got crow's feet by then. But as a man, and being a virgin man actually is good, Nick, because these broads are nasty. So as a dude at 24, Nick, like your life, this, Nick, your life doesn't even really start as a dude till you're about 30.
Yeah, actually,
have you noticed that?
You know what's
in
funny?
all honesty.
So I've been watching. I've been seeing let me say this right. I've been modeling some things after the same sort of themes that Doug TeNaples doing. Right, Doug's my buddy. Figured out how to get people to see your stuff. The big challenge on YouTube is not making good content; it's getting someone to see your content. And so Doug found a great way to get eyes on his content. And I've been doing similar things to get my voice out there. But he's had way more success in regards to subscribers. And I was thinking about it and I was like, what's going on? And then I went, wait a minute. Doug's older than me. And he looks older than me. And that's the trick. Because when I worked in the financial industry, they said, you will not advance until you're 40. Like, you just won't in the financial industry because they're looking for someone who looks older, period. That's how you get credibility. But that plays in, like, men, their age appreciates us.
Our value. So here's the thing.
Yep.
Men and women, yin yang, right? So everything women value, men don't value, and vice versa. Our value, Nick, increases with age, right? Because no matter what career you chose to be in as a man, you're doing things, you can always rebuild as a man. That's why a guy can get divorced at 42. He can still rebuild. Women, Nick, do you know who talked about this? Was Ty Beard, right? He was like, he tried to convince people not to get divorced. He's like, he's speaking specifically for the women. He goes, you ladies think you guys got options. Here's the thing. You have options to get smashed, right? But you don't have options to get a new mate, a replacement for your husband. You don't have that option in most cases, right? So, Nick, 30 to 35 is when a man's life truly starts. Because like I say, most dudes, they don't get action from women. They don't get like...
20s were rough, man.
They suck for the most part.
For work?
For work, yeah. So have you ever seen the pay chart? So women start off making much more money than men early on, right? Because they're the hot little thing and they wear the cut shirt, right? And they get promoted quickly. And then they go like this, Nick. They just plateau. And God forbid they start having babies and drop out of the workforce, right? It's during that time that men close the gap and then surpass them and never to see them again, right? That's why if you go to the boardrooms before the country got completely cucked, you saw all men. Go watch, what is that show? Mad Men, right? Everywhere you look, Nick, men. Men are the ones doing shit. That's why men didn't lose 140,000 fucking jobs. Because they're actually useful.
I remember my 20s working at shit banks, retail everything.
Yep.
I'm like, I can do this better than everyone you've got.
I know. Yep.
Just put me in, coach. Couldn't for the life of me get it.
But
Until
if you had big tits, you could have gotten it.
until I had a buddy who was older than me
Yep.
recommend me directly to a manager. That got me a job, and lo and behold, what happens? I go in and I end up writing all their damn materials,
Yep.
their training materials, and redoing their processes because, shockingly, the job wasn't that hard, but they just needed someone who could do work.
Yeah.
But you can't convince someone that you can work when you're 20. They won't
They
let
yeah,
you.
like there's certain things that that they'll believe when you're young, but like yeah, for the most part, here's the other thing, Nick. This is what they don't talk about. One of the reasons why women are quick to falsely accuse you and send you to HR at work. Do you know why that is? A, they want to destroy you because that's what they're designed to do. B, they actually believe that they project their multiple resource factories onto you, right? Like, oh, so what? He loses his job. That's why, if you notice, Nick, if you and I work in the same department and we have a serious beef, we try to keep it in house because we know, Nick, men lose their ability to work, and that's it. Game over. We don't get to have OnlyFans. Look, here's the thing. Your average woman right now, Nick, has multiple sources of income. She's got simps, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've heard about the foodie call, right? There's a lot of women, Nick, that can go on Tinder right now, find a beta simp to take her out for dinner or lunch or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And there's women who have written articles about this just to feed themselves, especially in major cities like New York, Chicago. They get fed by simps.
I saw a chick on Twitter the other day posting how she was super awesome because she's already grifted guys out of $600, and she just started this like 5 days ago. Basically, simp bucks.
Yeah.
She started something like an OnlyFans, and in a couple days she made $600, and she's like, "I'm the master, I'm the queen," or whatever. And it's like,
but Nick, that's the thing. They have their parents. I have like a chest hair that's like stuck on another chest hair. It's irritating me. So
gay.
you look at these women and they'll say their parents usually are still paying bills. There are women out there, Nick, in their 30s. Daddy is still paying their cell phone bill, their car insurance or something, right? In their 30s.
Yeah.
Dudes, no one gives dudes shit. You get nothing as a man. Elliot Page is going to realize that.
Mike Testa says Wonder Woman is dim in that movie and a rapist in 1984. Andrew Jackson says, "Love your show, Nick. Drex, love you and your Dollhouse Phil shows on your channel. Also, Drex, what do you think about Catherine's collection? They make dolls."
Oh, I never heard of Catherine's collection.
You'll have to check it out. Nothing Raven says, "You should try to get George Alexopoulos on. He's an artist and indie comic creator and YouTuber. Be good for one of your escapism talks and cancel culture." That guy has been doing phenomenal political cartoons. He blew up on Twitter when he started doing those. They're really good. Cosmic Sense says, "Hey, Nick, happy Friday. With everything going on, I've decided to start working on myself." Yes. I started working out with a friend. He and I are planning on going next year to JBW all over Japan.
Hey, did you see that? Twitter turned off the hashtag 1984. Imagine that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Guys, if I do want to encourage you, if you get in some sort of funk, if you're worried about what's going on, focus on you. Don't focus on the world. You don't need to fix it right now.
It can't be fixed. It's too late for that.
And it's not your job.
It isn't.
Be a union worker. It's not my fucking job.
Not my job, man.
Go to the gym. It doesn't even have to be
Go to
the gym.
Columbia.
Go anywhere.
Go anywhere. Do anything.
Go home.
Go home.
Sit down on your couch and play a fucking video game, and don't feel bad about it.
Nick,
Like, do what you want to do.
When the lockdown first happened, what did I say? I said most guys got by the lockdown with video games and porn.
Yep.
Everyone knows that's true. I'm sorry. No, it's not true, Drake. Stop. You know, if you're a dude out there of a certain age, you got through the lockdown with video games and porn. Because everything else was closed, right? You couldn't go to the gym. Everything was closed. So what were you doing? You got home from work if you weren't furloughed or whatever, right? And what did you do? Video games and porn. Anyone out there lying? Man, look, I'm tired of people lying, man. Just admit. Look.
Just go to deafandegraded.com.
Go to deafandegraded.com. Shameless plug for my man. Shout out to you. You can be on my show anytime. Talk about a certain gagger and certain abuse. But Nick, at the end of the day, you'll get through it. Now, these women on TikTok who need attention and validation all day, every day, Nick, they went crazy. And Nick, the spas and salons were closed, right? These bras look horrible by the time June hit. Horrible. You guys will get through it, man.
Chris
Don't worry.
Ames says Trump's campaign mail provider cut him off as well. I wonder if his cell phone is next. Oh yeah, dude.
No, he's done.
He's done.
He's done.
His best option is to go back and live with his $1 billion. Like I'm skeptical of Trump media, like a social media alternative coming from Trump, because it's going to be deplatformed in the same way. Like Parler, when they find out Trump's involved with something,
Done.
it's, oh yeah, that's a violation of our terms of service. Or actually, we're not even going to ask you if it's violating our terms of service. We just don't have to do business with you.
Yep.
And they won't.
Yeah, it's over.
Bad Vibe says, wait, Drexel is a boomer groomer robbing the nursing home, Drexel? Just kidding.
Hey, look, for a PS5, man, I'll go ahead and do it, man.
Mario
Get it
Carter
secured.
13 says, could have been avoided if Trump tweeted #Gamergate. Yes. Yes. If he would have brought Gamergate back, the gamers would have risen up and voted in droves. Matthew Connor says, Drex, your thoughts on the Sigma male? I don't think there's such a thing as a Sigma male. Plenty of smegma males, though.
I do believe there's a Sigma male because
I don't know what a Sigma male
So
is. Is that the
basically-
sum of all males?
no, so the Sigma male basically represents the alpha male, but he doesn't play the hierarchy game, right?
Okay.
So in general, the alpha male is the one beating his chest to make sure that people know I'm the alpha.
Right.
Whereas the Sigma male is like okay, he has the same confidence, the good looks, he's on his purpose, but he doesn't play the game. He's just kind of like, I just do my own thing.
Sure.
And there's plenty of guys who are like that. So yeah, I'll tell you what, it beats being a fucking beta. It beats being a beta male.
Fucking lambda males going on in here. I don't know what. It's fucking Greek alphabet. When did this become a thing?
I know.
Matthew Connor says, oh wait, no. The Salt Must Flow says, hey guys, I don't have a lot of money to my name. Trying to find a better paying job, but what are some other financial moves I can make to escape California? Escaping California is the financial move.
Yeah.
Like, get out. Get out. Oh my God, I can't imagine paying for that. To escape California, sell your property, put a bag over your shoulder and walk to Nebraska or something. There are big enough cities that you can live in anywhere else. Ransu says, my girlfriend is kind, not flirty with other men. Her personality is not like the way Drex describes female behavior, and she's not fat. Am I dating a post-op?
It might be, man. But here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. He said his girlfriend, right? Notice he didn't say his wife. He didn't say his wife.
Not yet.
The bait and switch will happen. It will.
Lil Poo Poo says, hey, Drex, I have a fun game we can play. It's called Tickle Booty. You can go first, and then I'll lick it clean before I get a turn. It'll be loads of fun. Idea Machine.
Who said that?
That was Lil Poo Poo's.
That's horrible.
Idea Machine says, hey, Drex didn't discover any new porn genres this episode. That's good. Leo Breaker 49 says, good God, what sweet magical fuckery was this meal? Where can I get it? Oh, that was at Cracker Barrel. But you have to either pay a bunch or have a golden ticket. HS, thank you for the donation. Austin Heartless says, Drex, I'm like an hour and 15 minutes behind in the stream. I haven't been hit up by any of my exes during quarantine. Been working this whole shutdown. So there you go. Mr. Security says, if the U.S. saw what the U.S. was doing to the U.S. would invade the U.S. and liberate the people of the U.S. from the U.S.
Yeah.
Actually true. HS says, is this general affidavit real? It's from right-wing conspiracy site nationsinaction.org. Just want to know, they're making some big claims on it. Look, I don't know if the affidavit is real. I know that I could make an affidavit that looks real right now if I needed to. That wouldn't make it real. If you're expecting a Deus Ex Machina to come in and change the election results at this point, I think you'll be disappointed. Surely there's always the 1 in a million chance. So I'm saying there's a chance, but it's not. Even if it's real and legit, it's not going to. The electoral results are in. and the likelihood of them changing are almost zero.
So let me ask you this: if you were a betting man, who will be the president on January 21st?
Joe Biden.
That's it. Like,
Yeah.
there you go.
And the odds of it being Trump are really, really, really minuscule at this point. So I wouldn't put my faith in that. And again, even if it's legit, I wouldn't put my faith in it because of the way our elections work.
Now, I do believe that when Kamala Harris becomes the president, when Joe puts in all female authority.
They're all saying Kamala Harris.
No. Kamala comes. She's not gonna get sworn in as president, but she will be the president.
Yeah.
And I believe that once Joe Biden steps down, and
Did you see she stole that Martin Luther King story?
which story?
About the police officer asking the kid what they want and them saying freedom or whatever. Kamala Harris stole that, plagiarized that story, and said that she did that when her mom asked her, like, what does she want? What does she need when she was crying as like a toddler?
Everything about Kamala is fake.
There it is in the chat.
Freedom.
Look at the chat.
Freedom. So here's the thing. So when Biden is gone, do you know who I believe she'll put in? She'll install Michelle Obama as the vice.
Obama.
Yeah, VP. It's gonna be Kamala Harris is gonna be the president.
And first husband, Michelle Obama.
Yeah, of course.
Michael. Michelle.
Yep.
Please don't hit me.
I can't.
Oh, damn it. Come on. No. Oblivious B says, oh, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight. Yeah, buddy. Oscar Loon says, oof, no Singapore prison here has caning. Damn.
It's no joke, man.
Nothing Raven says, Drex, buddy, pal, get to the chopper. Eugene Ford says, do you think we are heading into a communist state, or do you think the people should get off the sidelines and fight for their freedoms and rights we have left?
They won't. They won't.
If we're headed towards a communist state, fighting
will.
for your freedoms will end up, I mean, it's going to be rough.
They won't. You'll lose.
Communist regimes are not known to be
Hey, Nick, do you know how I know we're going to lose?
merciful masters.
Do you know who told me that you'll lose?
What's that?
It was my brother. Do you know why?
Why?
So, serving in the military, he explained the kinds of weaponry and technology they have, right? He goes,
Yeah.
Civilians don't stand a chance. A remote chance. None. Zero.
Well, tell that to, like Afghanistan, Iraq, and...
Yeah, but what they have at their disposal, what my brother said, he goes, I can tell you, no chance.
Yeah. Rogue says, thankfully, my mother taught me real early not to let any fool put their hands on me, and Dad enforced it. Boy, you better whoop them with whatever you got.
There it is.
Automata says, in deaf dorms, some of the students turn up the music until they can literally feel the vibrations. It can be a problem. Laughing Carew says, hermit voice, singing, please? I don't know the tune to this, so... I am the storm that is approaching, provoking black clouds in isolation. I am reclaimer of my name, born in flames. I have been blessed. My family crest is a demon of death. So there you go. Whatever that's supposed to be, I don't know. Amateur Ant says, what does Drex do other than go to Southeast Asia for ladyboys? Joking. Luthien the Mortal says, can I get an A woman in chat? Amen and A women. Did you see that?
So I was sent that by multiple people. Do you know who it was that was saying it? Do you know who they were? What demographic?
A black Democrat.
Preacher.
Was he a preacher? I mean, he's a congressman.
He was basically.
Is he a preacher?
It's basically you're so Nick.
Amen and women.
Have you guys figured it out yet? Who the enemy is? Have you figured out who these people are? Come on.
The enemy is the black man.
Yeah, look, it's Reverend. Yeah, a Reverend. Yeah, I'm saying, come on, Nick. Nick, you get to a point where you just do this. Look, Nick, what can I say?
So we have to send black women after these black men that are the problem. CYP says, Drex, I feel you, man. Been solo 28 years young, 6'4" gym goer, and now 4th year med student. I've been hit up more by exes and friends' exes dropping in the DMs asking if I'm making doctor money.
Yep.
SMH gold diggers.
man. That's dude. You're not even a person to them. Nick, did you know that a lot of women store guys in their phone as pseudonyms, like the doctor? Sex and the City, right? You remember his name, Mr. Big? Not the guy's real name, Mr. Big.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Dude.
I didn't
boy.
watch Sex in the City because I'm not gay.
I didn't watch it, but I'm aware that there was a dude named Mr. Big.
Sure you didn't.
And so I've told you that before, Nick, that I've had women question what is their name in my phone, right?
Mhm.
So the first couple times that I got asked, I was kind of, what the hell? What do you think your name is? Like, that was my first. I'm like, what do you think I saw your name in? And so they really wanted to know. I'm like, so I sent a screen grab, right?
Mhm.
Like it was just their name or like the
Or
city
Big
they live
Booty
in.
Shannon?
Huh? No, she knows she's Big Booty Shannon in my phone. So Nick, you can ask these guys out there, man. Ask a chick for her phone and see what the names of the guys are stored in. The guys that comes over and ramrods her. Nick, it's never by the guy's actual name. It'll be a pseudonym. Don't be the doctor, man. Don't be listening to a woman's phone as the doctor. Brr, who's that? Oh, it's the doctor. You're not even a person, man. You're just a role in a story for them.
Rantsu says, Road Rage fans were offended by a Sieg Heil at Sean. James Spoon says, my uncle married a Vietnamese woman. Is her brother the huge dude from the beginning of McBain? That dude was thick.
He was he was like Bolo's workout buddy or something.
Bitter Brian says, had a great time hanging out with you in Tampa, Nick. Sorry I missed you, Drex, but every time I saw you, you had at least one layer of dudes around you. Can't wait till the next one. I can't wait till the next one either.
So when is the next one? I mean,
I don't know.
all of them should be in Tampa,
He
nowhere
always
else.
announces them like 3 weeks out. It's like, give us some lead time. Ron Crossman says,
Oh, you see that in the chat?
what?
Oh, you know what? While you're reading chats,
What, a
Nick,
girl had my name as
No,
Dick Daddy?
someone else was named. Someone else was listed in the phone as Rich. Yeah, for any of you guys in the phone who have found out what your name is or someone else's name, just go ahead and put it in the chat while Nick is reading chats, because Nick, these dudes have. I'm telling you, they're not even. They don't view you as a human being. You're just a utility, man. Yeah, go ahead and say it, man. If you guys got some name that you've seen yourself listening in or someone else listening to a woman's phone, just go ahead and put it in there, man. Free meal.
Ron Crossman says Trump should just say F it and pardon every nonviolent offender in the pen as a final FU. Chaos Factor alone would be worth it. Infinity223 says, yo, Nick, 24 stream when? I don't know that I said 24-hour stream for 100K. I feel like I said 12 hours. I'm still waiting for someone to send me a clip. But I don't know. On either of them, I don't know when I'll be able to do it. 24-hour streams are a huge undertaking for the family. Dr. Teeth says, Drex, any experience with Filipino women? My uncle married one, and she was the most selfish, rude, and greedy woman I've ever met.
It can be that
You've
way,
been
man.
with three Filipino women, or 2 Filipino women, and a man.
You mean 3 Filipino women? Ah!
Brian's face, man. Yeah, no, here's the thing, Nick. They can be awful. Some of them are feminine. Some of them are like lap dogs because, of course, you know, especially if they come from their native country, you bring them over here. They don't speak the language. They're gonna be right up on you. So, yeah. There's a saying that they have in Japan for the Japanese women, Nick, and they call them dragon ladies, right?
Mhm.
The whole little nice, sweet little submissive age. That's all an act.
Yeah.
Till you get with them and they turn into demons.
Shadows King 101 says, get Razor on before he's gulagged. We'll see. Trainer Red says, ever try Basil Hayden Caribbean Reserve Rye? One of my favorite recent finds. No, I've not. I will look for it. Lonnie Holcomb says, funny, at 39, I restarted from scratch after she left, and now I have a great IT career and don't have her.
See, those are the stories I like to hear, Nick. Guys finding their purpose, living their best life. You know, pursue your dream, dude. The women that are out there, dude, they're just gonna make your life worse.
Mashiki Russ says, Fred, as far as the military thing, I disagree. Reason being, With how much tech-driven a lot of systems are, we have a lot of citizens with expert computer skills that can turn tides in our favor. Military will also split. Bet on it.
They won't. Military will follow orders like they always do. If government officials tell military to do blank, Nick, what are they going to do? We talked about this with the siege, right? What is the military going to do? They're going to follow the order, right? So, Nick, do you know where you see this? You see this with local law enforcement. They'll come over, know something is bullshit. Like, look, man, I didn't hit her. She's lying. We still got to take you in. You remember this, Nick. This was the standard up until about 15 years ago, right? They used to take the man no matter what, right?
Yeah.
If there was a domestic disturbance call, they would take the man to jail, irregardless of any evidence. That he could have been bleeding. He could have a gash in his face. We got to take you, man. It's like, but, see? Come on, man.
Well, hopefully we never find out. Angry Baneling says, you know what I'm worried about? Not getting a sequel to Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I never asked for hiatus. I want more Deus Ex. What do, Nick? Well, look, learn to code. Make your own Deus Ex. Joshua Schmidt says, these shekels are brought to you by Stimulus Gang. Keep rockin'. Ave Drumpf. Helmet says he can try to live with his $1 billion until the banks come for him as well. Yeah, that's... I think that's where Mark Kern and I disagreed. I think the banks and the payment processors are going to go after Trump. He thought that they would leave him alone. I'm not so sure. Joshua Schmidt says Sigma male is just the Gary Stu of the hierarchy. Got to be special. Usually a LARPing F slur. CJ says Sigma male think Nikola Tesla. World War Wit says the court has identified elements of religion. Does political belief satisfy those elements, and should it thus be protected under federal law? Maybe. It's a really complicated question, and there's a complicated answer about how political beliefs are incorporated into a lot of the common law. It's probably a longer discussion than this one. But the long and short is, if you're talking about like civil rights laws and anti-discrimination, should political affiliation be a protected class? California thinks so, but only when you're a friend of the gays. Like they have that in there, but it literally means about gay rights and that's it. So I don't know. It probably should be. Automata says he should use... should use hashtag WW1984 instead. See them block that. Nothing Raven says, Drex, when is your book coming out?
It's coming. It'll be a while. I just have to fucking actually do the damn thing.
Amateur Ant says, I give it a year, maybe 2, then Heels Up Harris will be the camel toe in chief.
She will be.
No one important says, I don't know why you seem upset, Drex. I welcome our new black women overlords. You thought they were annoying now. Just wait.
Oh, don't forget, Kamala Harris is not black. But yeah, I know what he's saying.
She is when she needs to be.
When she needs to be, just like whatever that walrus, Stacey, what is her
Abrams.
name? Abrams, yeah, that thing. So dude got kicked off of a coach.
Oh yeah, a college offensive line coach got fired for calling Stacey Abrams fat.
We'll call her Fat Albert though, right?
He called her Fat Albert and said, "Enjoy that buffet, big girl."
And fired.
Fired.
But let me ask you this.
Fired.
If Stacey Abrams decides to go on Twitter and talk about him as a white male, nothing happens, right?
Nothing would happen.
He should say anything about him.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. But,
Ransu says, I had a teacher in the 90s that would say amen and a woman after morning prayers. Excuse me. I thought he was just kidding. Now I'm not so sure.
These dudes are all cucked, man.
Leo Breaker says, lol, those were the lyrics to Virgil's DMC5 theme. Oh, okay. Thank you. Superstitious Oblivious B says, Drexel's name in Nick's phone is the health inspector. Bad Vibe says, escape from California. Life imitates art. Amateur Ant says, Drex, have you been to Uruguay?
Nope.
Would like to know how they treat blacks in that country before I try getting out of the USSA. By the way, Uruguay doesn't mean you're a gay.
No, so a general rule of thumb is that black American men are treated better anywhere other than here. I mean, you're not, as a black man, you're not gonna have any friends anywhere on earth. That's the first thing you gotta learn. But you get treated better in a general sense. Nick, I would say anywhere I've ever been in my life, I got treated better than be. I don't like I've told you, Nick, even back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
In a general sense, I'm treated well enough in terms of I just want to be left alone, right? Like I'm not doing anything. I just want to be left alone. But there's times when I'm trying to be left alone, and then someone intrudes in my own space. Like I gotta interject myself in your life. Like, dude, I'm not doing nothing. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And you said that. Like you just like being left alone. You're like, look, I'm a man with 5 kids. I'm married. I just want to be left alone.
I haven't met. Look, I lived at my last house 10 years. And I interacted with the neighbors. I can count the amount of times. And it was just one neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
The other neighbors, I don't know their names. I don't know what their kids look like. I don't know what they do for work. And I don't care.
I don't care.
I
just leave me alone. Like I said on that show, Nick, just back the fuck up off me.
Yep.
Don't say nothing to me. Don't talk to me. Just you live over there. You stay in your world. I'm going to stay here. Don't ask me how tall I am. Don't ask me any stupid fucking questions. Just leave me alone. Just leave me.
Well, you're a pretty tall guy, aren't you? No.
No, just leave me alone.
No, I'm short. Fuck off.
But Nick, you and I have been out and about. Have you ever, I'll say this right now because I've been around Nick for so long. I have never once seen Nick interject in someone else's life. I've never seen you walk up to somebody like, hey, never. You are in wherever you're at, you're in a store, whatever, on your purpose, right? Nick, I've never once been the person who initiated some kind of conversation. Not once in my whole life. I'm out about walking, like, just leave me alone. Why is that so hard? Like, Nick, it's a question I want to ask these people. Why is it so hard to just leave people the fuck alone? Why? Why do you have to say something? Do you play basketball? Like, I'm literally in here just shopping for a shirt. Just mind my own business. Like if you work there and you're like, oh, hey, you know.
You sure you're not supposed to be at the big and tall man store?
Leave the fuck alone. Just leave me alone. That's all I'm asking you to do. God damn.
All right. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Luke says, Drex, search Uncle Ruckus on black women on YouTube. This popped up in my recommendations after listening to your podcast. Oh, we're familiar.
Oh, Uncle Ruckus is comedy, man.
A woman's body is a temple. A black woman's body is a temple of doom.
He's hilarious.
Flandre Scarlett says, reminder, the Overlord hosts a Pleroma instance, decentralized Twitter alternative at kiwifarms.cc. Consider migrating over there if you're looking for an alternative shitposting venues. 5,000 character limit for statuses. Mario Carter 13 says, Kamala Harris is proof that the only thing standing between a woman and political power is a man's penis. Acid Tongue Conservative says, I recommend watching More Deadly Than War by G. Edward Griffin. Can be found on YouTube. Lecture given in 1969. It explains the communist strategy and helps understand what we are seeing today. Communist takeover has been in progress for decades. Knight of Hopex says, unless a state secedes and takes a significant part of the military with it, Drexel is right. We stand no chance. Afghanistan is a world away and next to Russia. West Virginia is here. They want to and will kill us all. Bet on it. Couple more. Florian Eishatten says, dropped a link for the Emperor's speech at your media Twitter. Thank you. I'll check it out. Amateur Ant says, funny thing is I'm Mexican and white. I look white. I just wanted the response, lol, and I agree. Leave me alone. Let me do my own thing.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah.
I bet you most people, here's the thing. Okay, road rage is different because, of course, you're mingling with people.
You're
who are
going there
fans.
to socialize.
You're going to. I'm a social guy. Like in my general sense, I'm a social guy. What Nick and I are talking about is when you're just out and about living life, and some random somebody just has to, random nobody has to come up to you and start running their mouth. You're like you don't see me just in here just to go buy something and leave. Like, why does it always have to be that?
Yep.
Road rage. If someone walks up and like, yo, are you Drex? Yeah, sure. What's up? I'm here to socialize. But Nick, if you aren't wearing a damn sign or going somewhere to do that, you just want to be left alone.
Yeah. World War Wit says, why are no criminal charges being brought on those that supposedly registered or voted illegally based on age, address, etc., based on voter rolls? Because proving out a voter fraud case is near impossible. We have anonymous votes. Prove they actually voted more than once without them admitting it, it's really hard to do. Desmond Sullivan says a buddy of mine with autism had to go to government workshops. They gave him assignments, which included starting conversations with randos at Walmart. Don't do that to autisms. Bad Vibe says Drexel civilian soldiers, knowledge is power. Tech can't trump brains. Just saying. All right, guys. That's the show for tonight.
That's the short show.
We're gonna be
We-
3 hours, exactly the amount of time that the normal show is. We're gonna be over on Twitch. We're gonna watch Bucktown, USA. It's great. So come watch Bucktown, USA with us, and we will enjoy it.
Oh, that's cold blooded.
AGK.
Poor Jay is bored. His left hand won't even fuck him anymore.
Aw. AGK
He's
says,
right.
"Aw, damn, guys, I lost all my guns and all my ammo in a boating accident just earlier today. Stupid me."
Oh,
Me too, man.
oh.
Me too. I was boating out here in the winter.
Of
I
course,
don't know where any of those bullets are.
they're all gone.
Superstitious Oblivious B says, the show will never end. Yes, it will. Oh, and I'm supposed to tell the chat to hit like. Hit like,
Hit
guys.
those likes, man. Get those likes up.
It helps out. Also, Drexel's podcast, the MGTOWN podcast, is in the description. Go subscribe. You're over 4,000
Over
subscribers.
4,000, yeah. So
Congrats,
it's been a
man.
good month.
Yeah.
One month on YouTube, and I mean, I'm sure I'll get deplatformed during like one of my next series. I'm sure I'll get kicked off of everything.
I'm patiently waiting.
I haven't said anything wrong.
Not for you. I'm like for everybody.
But Nick, here's the thing. Like, I don't do doom and gloom. That's not my thing. But like, I'll do a show, Nick, and I'll be talking to Doghouse. We'll just be shooting this shit about some stuff. Like I said, my next series is going to be Don't Stick Your Dick in Crazy, and then I'm gonna have the ladies Don't Spread for Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think any of this stuff is considered like bad. It's just someone telling a story.
Yep.
You're not
Done.
inciting violence. You're not not doing it. Like, and people are, that's hate speech.
Jake Smith, welcome to Paralegal Status. Welcome to the channel.
Oh, nice.
All right, guys. We'll see you over on Twitch. Come watch Bucktown with us. More levity, fun. Back to a time
Meat 3 coming soon.
when movies were great.
Yeah, I know, man.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
We'll see y'all over there. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some lost-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an art bag, a bow, more a love rug. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear lost-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all planet folk, from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. So pour out an Ardbeg, a Balmore, a Lafroig. Spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear Lost Planing tonight. From the wide shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the thought better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law one